Nice.
I will need that to refresh my memory and points and shit though. Probably, maybe. I don't know. There's not much to remember. It's only a couple texts. Really.
I mean, it seems like it's pretty clear on every single part of this. You seem to remember it pretty well. So this was a bit ago.
It was a very eventful day.
It was a very eventful day.
I spent all day looking for one kidnapped person to immediately look for my kidnapped girlfriend. So lots of kidnapping that day.
Okay. Why did you think it was a good idea to help Sis find Lizzie?
Because I understand how kidnappings go, and the longer someone's missing, the more likely that they're going to die. I know that Sis is going to do it with or without me. So while we weren't together for longer than, I don't know, 20% of the time of looking for her, because again, I was doing most of this on my own, I knew that me presently being there would be better than him doing it alone.
So you were okay with Sis finding Lizzie and killing her?
No.
Okay, well, what did you think he was going to do if Sis found her?
Why wouldn't you be okay with it, Bloom?
Well, I fucking hate Lizzie Byrne. Yeah, I really do.
Fuck Lizzie. I hate Lizzie too. I don't give a fuck what happens to Lizzie.
Yeah,
neither should you.
I can agree, but at the same time, if I'm complicit with him literally murdering her, then that's literally bad. That's not a good thing.
But that's what it's looking like. You seem complicit.
So me involving myself and
no. Answer to Reddy's question. What did you think Sis would do?
He would attempt to kill her. So why wouldn't you want a police officer there to stop that?
What? But you texted the fucking location at which she was driving, so you weren't there.
And the car.
Okay, this was like 30 minutes after she was pulled over.
What does that change?
He already knew the car. Guess what? Oh, I was about to pull out my phone. Guess what? He already said to that. He already knew all that information. He told me that information. He told me that. He confirmed that when saying, "I know." I don't know who said Ezra pulled over Lizzie. I got that information from Sis.
What? That doesn't change anything. You still gave the information of the car, and then sure, he did say whatever. I already knew this, okay? And then you still clarified and said, "Well, you said the wrong color, so I was just making it right." You're still You're not there with him, and you're giving information to where Lizzie is.
Correct. That at that time is whenever I started looking for Lizzie, because he had already gone to like 7 other police officers. He told me, and the only person to semi-help was Pred. And at this point is when I got involved, because he's just out there going around looking for her.
Bloom, why would we help Sis find her? Even if we were looking, and if any other cops were looking, why would they tell Sis? Okay, but why would they even tell him? Because if they did, he's going to intervene. Why would we tell Sis any of that? Or any information regarding a case? He's a criminal who has shot cops multiple times. Not only has he shot cops multiple times, but the time when you said that he is in MRPD, where you were trying to deter him, he came to MRPD, shot a cop, and tried to get in there and do it anyway. You know Sis. You talk to him all the time. I know Sis. And if I know Sis, you know Sis.
Okay, well, I don't want this picture of me talking to Sis all the time. My previous text to him, there was a 4-month gap.
Okay. And then all of a sudden, you guys are buddies. So you don't know anything about Sis.
I already gave you the reason why I was so willing to help. I already gave you the reason I was so willing to help, because Lilith helped me in my time of need, and no one was helping her. That's why.
Okay,
it wasn't for Sis.
Okay. But have you ever arrested Sis?
Countless
times. Have you ever had interactions with Sis?
Yes.
You know how he is.
Yes.
And you know how he takes responsibility for the things that he wants to do. And when he says he's going to do something, he 99.9% of the time does it himself.
This is why I was actively giving wrong information and trying to save Winston Walker.
No. Sorry. Okay, calm down for a second. But I understand that this is all like a heated conversation, but the entire point of the majority of the text that Bloom sent to Sis were all in kind of like, I guess they're fucking terribly worded to some extent, but they're all in their like purest form intended to be a fucking deterrent. They say like, hey, they're doubling up. This is like I understand that 99%
You know what's not a
of the time.
deterrent? No. Listen, Gil. You know what's not a deterrent? Giving the information to Sis where Lizzie is when he just knows, he just admitted he knows just as well as I do that Sis is going to do something about it. And he won't back down.
Here's the thing, but
give-
you're saying, no, Bloom, shut up for a second. You're saying that he's giving the information. If you listen to what Bloom is saying, he literally gave information that Sis already knew half an hour after the fucking situation had occurred. There's no way in hell that the fucking westbound Route 68 in a Futo is in any way helpful towards finding out where this person is going.
Okay.
Very helpful,
Gil.
actually.
He's
Okay.
admittedly
half an
so
hour.
said that he was
Listen.
trying to help at this point.
You know why there might have been a gap? Let's hypothetically say that an officer was looking through reports, saw a report about getting pulled over, Lizzie Byrne getting pulled over, right? And then they realized that Ezra fucked up and let her go. And then on the radio, they start asking, what was she doing? Why did you let her go? What was she wearing? Where was she headed? And then there's that time gap. How do you explain that?
Are you indicating I gave him that information prior to him telling me the information? What are you getting? Are you accusing another officer here? I'm genuinely confused.
No. The time gap that you're arguing about right now.
Yeah, but the
which
clarification.
There's 30 minutes, right?
Yeah,
Which
but
is
Charlie, there's 30 minutes where Sis had already presented the information that Bloom hadn't told him at that point.
okay. Then why confirm it? Why confirm the information? Why confirm the information to a known killer who you know hates him? You hate her. He hates her. Who has potentially kidnapped his daughter.
Oh,
And
since
now
no
you're
officers
pissed
are
off.
looking for him or for her. Sorry.
So you let a murderer, an attempted murderer, go and find her and do it himself.
No, I confirmed the knowledge he already knew, and then I went out there and actually did my job, unlike the other people he tried to get in contact with. Bar Pred, who apparently helped a little.
Did you find Lilith?
Nope. They
Okay.
so I
Lilith
don't
wasn't
wait,
found for,
no,
like, days
Lizzie, yeah,
after.
Lizzie was arrested at that point. They've again, I don't even think the people that arrested her questioned about Lilith. I don't know though. I wasn't there. I was in a courtroom. So didn't even know Lizzie Byrne was in custody. Lilith was found, like Gil said, after the fact of everything. So I don't know.
So when you texted the other text was the still in MRPD when you were giving another deterrent, right? When he was lying. How
That
did
was
you
when
know
he wasn't in MRPD?
How do you know he wasn't there?
You guys have like a tracking system, don't you?
Yeah, I was looking at GPS. He
Yeah,
was
where
not
was
there.
he? Where was he?
I don't know.
You knew he wasn't there. Then where was he?
Well,
I
that's
think I at this point it would be a stab in the dark. I
Okay.
genuinely don't
Tony,
remember where he was.
You know that question is in bad faith. That there's a
It's-
whole fucking city that he could be in. He's
True.
just looking to make sure that he's not in the one place that
True.
he's sending him
It-
to and saying he's still there.
True, there's a big city, but I mean, even if you don't remember the exact location, you can remember whereabouts. 'Cause he
Yeah,
remembers
and I have
every
an
phone
idea.
call.
I have an
Okay,
idea,
where
but
was
I
he?
don't. It was somewhere on West Eclipse.
So you do remember.
Well, I'm trying to remember exactly where. I'm
I don't need
picturing
the
Elgin
exact.
West Eclipse.
You knew
is
what
where
I
I'm
meant.
picturing.
Okay,
Well,
what's the
okay,
clip?
well,
It's Torretti. It's the phrasing of the question. You can't just suddenly push back like, "Oh, you knew what I meant." You're asking for pinpoint accuracy, then go into broad strokes.
the
I'm not
first place-
asking. He
the
knows
first
that.
place that came to mind whenever you asked me where was he was Elgin Meteor West Eclipse, that area.
Why didn't you just say that when I asked you the question, Bloom?
Because I
If
wasn't
you-
positive. I said I don't remember because
Now you
that was
are.
just what came to mind. I'm still not positive. That's what came to mind.
Okay. Okay.
But he was at MRPD though.
No,
Not the second time, no.
Crush, just calm down, Boom, for a second. the first time when he's saying that he's there.
I
yes,
get what he's saying,
he's
Gil.
actually-
I'm
okay,
not
yeah,
fucking
yeah,
retarded. I hear what he's saying.
Why is the fucking second question that you put?
'Cause he
forward that he
was.
was still there?
Because he
wasn't still
was.
there. He wasn't still there.
Except he was, Gil.
He confirmed that he wasn't still fucking at MRPD, so he gives out the information that he wasn't still there.
Except
Sorry, that
Except
he was
for the
still
fact
there
that
when he wasn't.
he was.
Like, okay, how the fuck do you confirm that? Did you get the timings of it and have a
Yes,
fucking, like,
there's other text messages.
Who was corroborating that he was still there at the time? You
Not
have
even
other
a couple
text
minutes later. Not even a couple minutes later, he's asking whether or not he should go off duty so he doesn't take up a spot because he's been at MRPD for 2 fucking hours. That's how I know he was still at MRPD and wasn't out on patrol. He never went back on patrol that day. He stayed in MRPD until he eventually went off duty.
He literally went with someone else. He doubled up. He went out. He was at MRPD for a long time. I agree. I remember. I kept checking in on Winston, Copper, and him.
Bloom.
Copper and Winston got shot.
Not even 5 minutes later. Ezra's asking whether or not he should sign off duty. So you're telling me
I cannot say what's happening at MRPD. I don't know. Genuinely, I don't know what
he was there the whole
conversation you had
time.
with Ezra.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, you do know. Okay, so you said you. Okay, that's fair. So you said he went out with somebody else.
Yeah.
Do
I
you
don't know
who
who
it was.
No, not a clue.
And how do you
All
know he
I
was
know-
out with somebody else?
Because that's the information I got from him. Ezra.
Text you sent Sis was
Dan,
very unprovoked.
Dan, sorry, no, not from Ezra, Dan, because I'm talking to other people on duty, letting them know that someone just lets someone with a bolo just slide with a traffic ticket. It was Dan that told me that Ezra is now doubled up with someone and changing uniform.
And okay,
I'm
that's,
99% sure it was Dan that I had a conversation with.
but the text was very unprovoked.
There were phone calls between all of this of Sis threatening Ezra, looking for him. He says that Sis is telling me he's actively pulling up next to cops, looking for him and stuff. I'm telling him over the phone, stop looking for cops. You should focus on finding your daughter. There's further proof in me literally stopping him from killing Winston like 15 minutes later. That's actually a hyperbole. That was actually significantly later. That was after Lizzie was caught, I guess. But yes, it was way later than 15 minutes. I am warning Winston. I don't get in contact with Copper at all. I have no clue what's happening in MRPD. I'm in a court case with when Lizzie's in custody. When I get out, I'm either with Crane or alone. I don't recall. I'm on Vespucci Bridge, heading just on normal patrol towards Popular. And that's when I'm on the phone with Sis, and he's actively saying, I see Winston in Mirror Park, I'm going to kill him. And that's whenever I start trying to get in contact with Winston. He's ignoring me. I 911, I call the person he's riding with. I said, pay attention to my 911s. I am thwarting, on multiple accounts, Sis killing cops.
Well, you didn't, because he tried to murder Dick Daniels because he was looking for Ezra at MRPD, because you told him that he was there for a deterrent. And then he also shot up, the HOA sat and shot up Winston and Copper in front of the FIB building. And then they kill Ezra a week later too. So I don't know how much deterrent you think it is, because you have just as much of a relationship, and you know you've been in contact with Sis and had as many interactions as I have. You know how he is and how he acts, and he'll take the blame for shit. He doesn't care. He'll do things and he'll take it.
Yeah, including
proud of the things he does.
Including Ezra's murder. He supposedly, from the report, didn't do shit.
So
I don't
why
know.
do you-
I haven't been in contact with him.
Right, exactly. So he would try to do that. So why would you think anything would deter him and not just make him go after somebody even more? Don't
Because
play
if
dumb
I
with
didn't
me.
intervene at all, he just would have done the exact
You
same
couldn't-
thing. So I guess my deterrent didn't work, but he still did the same shit.
Well, except he
Just-
wouldn't have went. Go ahead.
You're telling me
Go
he
ahead.
would have gone to MRPD? Was that what you're about to say? He would. Sis Volker would not have sat at MRPD.
How would he have known that Ezra was there and he would need to go there? How else would he have known that Ezra was
How
waiting
did he know
there?
Lizzie was in cells?
I don't know.
And that's
Well,
a
you
good-
told
hold
me
on.
exactly
How
earlier.
did he know? How did he know?
You told me
Thatch
earlier.
listen, Thatch and Hydra are the ones that told him. I'm 100 that showed him that he was in that Lizzie was in the cells because Stiz was already in custody. All right, for an OIS, I believe. He was down there in the fucking cells. I told these guys when I was going back there to talk to Lizzie not to let this fucking information out. Okay? And that to get him sent off to Bolingbrook immediately. 20 minutes later, what happens? Sis comes trotting down the fucking thing, looking through the windows, sees that Lizzie's in our custody. And before that, also, I got a call from Rosa, the attorney Rosa. You guys know what I'm talking about, who works with Cartwright and Murphy
Yes.
Braun, trying to say, oh, Sis is worried about his daughter. Lizzie, how is she? So Sis was in the cells with a phone, actively trying to gather information on Lizzie's location right then and there, and he did get it when he was allowed to walk out of the fucking cell past the interrogation by Hydra and That.
And you know how I got the information that Sis knew before I did that Lizzie Byrne was in custody? It's because Sis told me. It's not because I learned from an officer. It's not because I was in MRPD. I was in a courtroom.
And you were not at MRPD during this whole thing. I know that you
I've
weren't
never,
there.
I don't even, I'll be honest. I didn't go to MRPD very much at all that day. Like, at all. I was looking for my girlfriend and Lilith Eilhart. And guess what? After I looked for Lilith for an hour and a half, 2 hours, maybe. I'm not even comfortable saying 2 hours. And then went to the courthouse because Wrangler called me there. We talked to Crane about something after the court case, after a bench trial. And then I think Wrangler and I rode together. Yeah, we did. We rode together. We pulled over. Guess who? HOA in front of the Binkos on Center Street. In the middle of that, I get a phone call from Brian Knight saying, I know where your girlfriend is. I know where Pond is. And I run away from the traffic stop. I don't even say bye to anyone. Tessa was there.
There's one
Wrangler
thing
was
I
there.
can't ignore. Listen, there's one thing that I have a hard time ignoring, Bloom. Okay. The enemy of my enemy is my friend. You know, you wanted Lizzie. You don't like Lizzie. Sis wants Lizzie dead. You know, is it not possible that in for his help getting Lizzie that you gave him information? Is that not a possibility?
Why are you talking to me like you're
I'm
trying to
asking.
get me?
I'm not trying to get you to do anything.
We
I'm
already
trying to
all
get you-
agreed. We already all agreed. No one cares what happens to Lizzie. I don't care what happens to
but
anyone
even
that
in those
shoots me on a regular
circumstances-
basis.
Exactly. And even in those circumstances,
I don't care what
that's
happens
not
to
why
Sis.
you texted him. Okay, you don't give a fuck then, which is good. So
I cared what happened to Lilith, the person
exactly
kidnapped.
Okay, exactly.
And guess what? And that is a friendship thing. Me and Lilith, we're friends. Genuinely. That my involvement in this case and the reason I showed so much interest. If you called me and said, oh, this Vagos, or oh, this GSF, or oh, this Chain Gang, or oh, anyone else is kidnapped and trunk by Lizzie Byrne, I'll be 100% honest with you. I'll do my police work, but I would not have gone nearly as hard as I did. So yes, there was some stake in it. Was it vendetta against Lizzie? I'm not gonna lie and say no, but I just know that Lizzie moves people around. I know what she does. She literally took my girlfriend's leg a couple months ago. Not to mention, the whole entire region, the charge active torture is a thing. I'm pretty sure. Or was that Dundee? I don't remember. I'm pretty sure it was Lizzie though. So I understand the importance of finding someone when Lizzie Byrne has them captive. I also understand the cops in this department don't give a shit about anyone kidnapped ever, even if it's one of our own. And that has been just shown apparent over and over again. So what am I, when I get information that someone I do care is kidnapped, because I'm just as guilty, like I said, if it's a gang member, which albeit Lilith is, but she's a friend of mine, that thankfully doesn't shoot cops off and yada, whatever. When I got that information, I chose to hyperfixate on that until Brian Knight called me and said, hey, Pond's, I know where Pond is, which Pond's been missing at this point 3 days, 2 days, 2 days and a few hours.
And then you left the
And
traffic stop with
Wrangler. and Tessa was behind him on motor. I didn't even say a word to Wrangler. It was Stanley and Andy Jones. I didn't talk to anyone. I was on the phone. I think Wrangler called me a phone guy or some shit. I just ran to MRPD, grabbed my cruiser, or no, I grabbed a cruiser, drove to Davis, met Brian Knight and Crane at Davis, hopped into an unmarked Charger. I'm pretty sure it's the gray one, Twilight. And that's whenever I just started ignoring Sis calls.
Okay, well, why was the Brian call came before you confirmed the location to Sis the second time? You would have already been in the trial at that point, not with Wrangler.
No, I would have. No, okay.
Brian
what are
called you
talking
30 minutes before that point.
30 minutes before which point? Sorry, I'm trying to follow the time.
Before the Ezra, the one where you told him where Ezra was. Still at MRPD, the fake one, or whatever you said it was.
Yeah, it's because I was getting calls from him and I was ignoring Sis, and I was just like, he's not even there. Stop looking for him. And I didn't ignore every phone call. I ignored a lot of them because, again, looking for Pond. So to get Sis back to looking for Lilith, because at this point, no cop's looking for Lilith. I'm not. I'm looking for my girlfriend, a sergeant in the PBSO. I'm looking with Brian Knight and Crane.
Well, the only thing we're seeing is not helping look for Lilith. It's you helping Sis look for Lizzie. Where's this? Where there's nothing I can find in any of this that would help you.
Me checking the gun emporium and shit. I guess
that was before, but I'm talking about after. Once the information came out that Lizzie was,
I already told you. After I got with Brian, I stopped looking for Lilith entirely. I dropped everything because while she is a dear friend of mine, I started looking for someone that mattered more to me.
And Dan was the one that confirmed about the Ezra not being at MRPD, right?
No, he was the one. No, he was the one that because Dan's and I have been in contact recently since he's been corporal about punishments and shit, and we were talking about the whole Bolo being ignored thing and whatnot. And all I did was ream Ezra out. I just told him he did shit cop work, didn't pay attention to Bolos, and he needed to work on it, or there's going to be problems basically. And then he went to MRPD, which is when I talked to Dan. I'm like 99.9% sure it was Dan.
Okay.
Who we had a discussion. He's like, he's being, as it was described to me, forced to double up with someone, and he's changing his uniform so that he's not going to be at risk from the HOA.
Do you mind if I jump in here, Trudy?
Go ahead.
So I just to clarify, I'm not deeply involved in this, but I have been listening in. I'm not going to try to pull the wool over your eyes. Are you saying that these texts were meant to be deterrents from Sis looking for him, or
yes? So the first again, don't have my phone, so just they're not hard to remember. But the first one was the first couple, which is all one thought, was where the vehicle was heading. All the information he already knew, and the description of the vehicle, which he provided me, and then all I did was correct the color. To his response was whatever, very dismissive. He doesn't give a shit the color. He's looking for a Fudo. And then following that was me saying he's been in Ezra has been. I said the deputy. I didn't even say his name because he already knew who he was looking for. I said the deputy has been informed, has been told to double up with someone. And I was hoping this was a deterrent, in which he said it won't help him.
Okay. So my question to that then.
So he's hoping he was a deterrent, so that it didn't work. So he doubled down.
He was changing in MRPD. Why not just say he's changing clothes and leave it at that? Like, why add the in MRPD, which is a locator?
My thought process was, if someone's in the middle of MRPD, which the clothing room is, it's high traffic. I mean, I'm not exactly thinking like people are getting for shootouts in there, but my thought process is that's pretty centralized NPD. It's behind several locked doors. He's not getting in. I don't. Toretti told me either he got in. I guess I don't know anything about that.
Did he get in the day before and shoot Soze. Like he has a history of getting into MRPD and shooting
Listen,
people.
I can explain.
He was
that
let in on
situation.
that one.
Croc's dumbass. Let fucking Sis in.
Right.
without patting him
Okay.
down. He shot my
That's-
uncle in the fucking captain's
Yes, but I'm just saying, if that's the case, Sis will do it anyway.
Okay, so
That's my point.
Any father, and you can choose to disagree with me, which something tells me you will. I thought maybe instead of going on this whole this path of just aggression towards cops in the middle of me assisting him looking for Lilith, I thought that maybe if I tell him, hey, there's no point looking for a cop, you're not going to get him. Just focus on looking for Lilith. That is, I thought that maybe a father would kind of continue, I don't know, looking for his daughter.
Did you tell him that?
Tell Sis to look for Lilith? Yes. I told him instead of wasting his time on cops. Yes, and the whole Winston thing. This whole time, I literally begged him. Like, there was frantic begging to Sis to stop going after cops. I remember pleading with him once he started going
It
after
would have looked a
Winston
lot
and
better
stuff.
if you had texted that.
I don't want to keep.
I agree. I guess.
Yeah,
I guess you're gonna have to talk to Winston about how frantic I was with him to get out of Mirror Park, and I'm pretty sure Juno Sweeney was the one he was riding with, because I remember he was dodging my phone calls and he didn't respond on 911, and he was still in sorry, not MRPD. He was in Mirror Park, and he was like around Bridge Street, West Eclipse area, or not West Eclipse, West Mirror Boulevard, whatever. And I told him, and I was frantically trying to get him out of there because I was just on the phone with Sis. Sis was saying, I see Winston now. And Sis, I hear Winston on Channel 7 saying, oh, I'm getting pinged to Mirror Park and stuff. And he's just ignoring me. I'm begging for him not to go on radio, on 911. So I call, I'm 99%, again, this is almost certainty that it was Juno Sweeney he was riding with. Slight possibility, very slight, that it was Patty, because I was in contact a lot with Patty too. But I'm pretty sure it was Juno. And I call her, and the conversation was very short and sweet. I say, look, tell Winston, who you're riding with, to pay attention to 911. He's being hunted by Sis. He's literally right behind him right now. And she said, okay, yeah, we see him. We're leaving. I said, thank you. That's that.
I don't want to keep taking up space, and here it's pretty crowded here. I just want to finish my line of questioning real quick, going back to that. So again, you're saying it's a deterrence. Why not say like in the SDSO or the PBSO? I'll just be blunt with where I'm coming from. If I'm wanting to give a deterrence, I might also give an incorrect location just to be safe.
Hindsight, 100% reasonable. I should have done that. It with my train of thinking, should have been the case.
Okay, and then the final question I have is there anyone who could back you up or corroborate the story? Like, did you tell anyone like, hey, I'm sending out these text messages to Sis because XYZ? Is there anyone who knows anything else about
I'm
this?
not sure if you were behind the glass or whatever, but before this, Crane literally gave this information to Sis prior to me.
Right. So are you saying if we go talk to Crane, you told him like, hey, I'm sending these to Sis as like a deterrent?
No.
Okay.
As said, again, and that's not to be a dick, but just
Right.
on what was already on record was I was riding with Brian Knight. He was driving. I was in the back seat with Crane of an unmarked Charger. I'm ignoring phone calls from Sis because at this point my focus is finding Lily Pond. They ask who keeps calling me, and I say Sis Folker, and they ask why. So I give them a rundown of he's hyper focusing on finding this cop, and I'm literally ignoring calls. This is before any leaked information of he's at MRPD, whatever. And literally, as I'm saying, yep. So, but I'm focused on Lily. I hear Crane go, "Hey, Sis," and he goes, "Yeah, I'm with Bloom." He talks about how I'm looking for Pond, and then he says, "But that guy's an MRPD," and Knight's laughing or something. I don't know.
I understand, and that's a whole other can of worms. What I'm saying is between,
which is probably why I texted him that he was in MRPD changing clothes, because Crane already said at that point.
Okay, but what I'm asking is between the time you did those text messages and now this interrogation, did any other cop know that you were texting Sis Folker and what the context behind those texts might be? Like, is there anyone we as police can go to and say, hey, did Bloom have a conversation to you about texting Sis Folker, like for a deterrence?
Crane, Knight, and let me think. I want to say Patty wouldn't know, albeit I was with her a fair bit, but it was mostly it was all pawn stuff.
Okay. All right,
I don't believe I was with any other officers that day besides
And
Patty, Tessa, Wrangler, Crane, Knight.
And these text
Or, well, Crane's
messages have
an
not
officer.
come up since that day until this interrogation.
Well, I mean, when I talked to Lily yesterday after her first real day of not being kidnapped, yes, we discussed everything.
Oh, okay.
I talked to the Pawns about stuff because she
Okay.
came to me. That was a huge fight. I didn't tell her anything because I was just happy to have her back. And then we had this whole argument yesterday about how I didn't tell her anything, and that's how I'll be honest. I didn't know about any docket posts. I didn't know about anything until yesterday. The only and I guess it was a hyperbole when I said 3 or 4 days. Well, I guess it has been a couple days, but no, it was 2 days ago. Sorry, it was not last night that Lily and I had this whole argument. So yeah, I have a 2 days notice that Sis has been subpoenaed. I'm,
You didn't tell
in the
Pond
headlights.
anything?
I told Pond exactly what I'm telling y'all. And she just said instantly lawyer up. And I said, I don't need a lawyer up. And then she goes and she just starts yelling at me about being stupid like a criminal and stuff. And I said, if I tell them what happened, this will be fine. And she just starts telling me that it's not going to be fine. How she gained the information. She talked to Sis. I was trying to remember about the whole docket.
Right.
And she said, and I even said, this might not even be me on the docket. This Daniel guy. I was like, this might not even be me, because how did he know about all this Lizzie stuff and all this stuff? I'm not stupid. I said, there's a chance it's probably me given the timeline, because I saw it said October 3rd or 4th on it, which is when we started looking for Lilith. But also that's the same day all the other stuff happened. So I was telling Lily, I was like, I'm not worried about this. I straight up told her, I said, well, mainly, focus is kind of criminal charges. Obviously, I don't want to lose my job. I've worked hard. I've gotten it here doing, I think, good police work. So I'm telling her yesterday, I'm not worried at all. And she's the one freaking out. And then we have this whole argument. It's a big fight. Turns into her being kidnapped and shit. It was bad. But yeah.
We'll have a follow-up.
The only other person I've contacted about any of the texts was Lily Pond, who she's just yelling at me about it.
So you're pretty set on the fact that all these text messages to Sis were a deterrent, correct?
But yes.
Okay. So why, after Sis doubles down and says, you know what, it's not going to help him, do you still feed him more information? It's already clear that he doesn't care.
This is like the 5th lap of me thinking that me telling him that he's just in MRPD will just not.
Well, we didn't.
Will deter him.
Okay, but we didn't specify last time. He literally says it doesn't care, won't help, and then
that he's doubled up. Yeah, so it doesn't matter that he's doubled up. How about in a police department full of every cop?
But if Ezra was in MRPD to fucking begin with, why even tell Sis? I mean, he's never going to find him out on the street.
Told him.
That
doesn't make it better.
Well,
like,
do you
just because
remember that
Crane
one
did
time
something
that-
doesn't mean you can too, and it's fine.
Do you remember the time that Sis drove a motorcycle down into the MRPD garage and pistol whipped you? I watched that happen.
That wasn't me. That was Toretti.
He shot
You
me.
were there though.
Yes, I wrote a report on it.
Right. So
So you know that he will willingly go into the police department and shoot people, cops even.
yeah, and he showed
He
up
was
there.
let in there, and there was like 20 seconds of dialogue of them just chit chatting like they're best friends, I think, and then it happened.
Okay, Bloom, I understand that. Hey, relax. I understand that.
Okay,
but
I'm sorry, I am
you,
worked up. I apologize.
But you know that this is something that he'll do because you've witnessed it with your own eyes. So why would you think that him being at MRPD would deter him when you know that this is something he'll do?
Because he was literally let in. Sounds like there's a history of Sis getting let in.
No,
I
understand
didn't know that.
You're
He
not
was
answering
let
my
into the
question.
motor. Okay.
I know.
Can you
but you're not
restate? Because
answering.
I thought that did answer it.
Sure. No. You know that he will go inside of MRPD regardless of how he gets in. That doesn't matter. You know that he has no problem going to the police department and shooting someone. You've seen him do it. So why would
Correct.
you think that? So why would you think that telling him that a cop is at the police department would be a deterrent?
When I figured out it wasn't, is whenever I started hitting that instead of focusing on cops in the middle of a essential fortress that apparently he just keeps getting invited into, he should be looking for Lilith.
Okay.
When did you say that he should be looking for Lilith?
On like the phone call after that.
After what?
After we discuss. Well, first I say it several times because he wasn't budging, but the first time was he called me, told me about the Futo, told me about the deputy, told me about
Right.
everything,
Right.
and I was like, I'll take care of the deputy, just stay focused and whatnot. And he just voiced displeasure with the PD. Nothing specific at this point. And then after I talked to Ezra Riemann out, we start talking. I believe I call him again. We start, if my memory is correct, we start talking about, have you checked torture rooms? Have you checked here, there, whatever? And he keeps circling back to Ezra. I tell him it's being handled, yada yada. I start looking all that stuff for Lilith. Then there's like 2 more phone calls where he's just hyper fixated on Ezra, and I'm just telling him, and then it turns into Winston and Copper, and I'm pleading for him just to stop.
Listen, all right. I'm just gonna say what everyone's thinking. It's Bloom, right?
You know me. Yeah, yes.
Bloom, you're a fucking idiot, and I don't believe anything you're saying. Now I'm looking at these texts.
That's been evident since I
Right,
walked
and
in
you're-
here.
Listen, you're
Yeah.
claiming this is all. Oh, I was trying to deter him, yet I don't read a single word of deterrence. All I'm reading are accurate descriptions of Ezra and what he's doing.
Do I strike you as someone that texts everything, given I had 20 phone calls with Sis? Again,
Yes,
just
why not?
Just a guess. I don't even actually know how many phone calls. It's probably more than 20 that day.
For instance, you said in MRPD he has been informed to change uniforms. Why not say, in
We've
MRPD
already-
he's been
this is
informed to change
the fifth
uniforms.
time this question's
Hey,
been
don't go
asked.
through with it, Sis.
This is like the 5th time this has been asked.
So is your answer just you're dumb?
No, I've already told you my answer. Crane had already given him that information before I
Yeah,
even
but I
texted
can't
it.
accept that. Bloom.
Okay.
I just
I'm
your
gonna
reason.
be a little bit hostile here too. I don't give a fuck what you accept.
Whoa, that was uncalled for.
Silas, he's given his answer as to why he's put it forward as a deterrent, and it doesn't
but-
matter whether you've come to a different
don't
and
believe
wrong
him.
conclusion.
It's been
Yeah,
evident what y'all believe
Believe
since
you
I
for
walked
a
in here.
second.
I know that's apparent.
You really think the way you deter someone from going after someone
I guess you're going
is
to
to
have to
tell
talk.
them, hey, they're changing. Why not just don't say anything? If he's getting changed, he'll never find him. Why
Again,
even say
we've
something?
already discussed this.
No,
It's
no, no,
because
no,
left
that's
on Siz's own devices, he would shoot other officers to get to him, as he already did. Apparently, he already did that. I didn't know that.
So Sis trusts you.
I'm helping him look for his daughter. Yeah, he trusts me. I would assume I'm the one telling him to stop going after cops and focus on his daughter, while I'm literally the only cop willing to go into Lilith's property. Sorry, Lizzie's properties.
That was okay. That was during. You're saying this was in between when he was hunting Ezra, and this was
another
this,
one.
This was between when he was hunting Ezra and him being arrested at MRPD, right?
I didn't even know he was arrested
Okay.
at
But-
MRPD for anything
right.
until
But you
right now.
talked to him,
I know
but-
that he was in prison at some point that day. To my knowledge, it was
Okay.
while I was in
Not
court.
important. Not important. What I'm asking is,
Well, you're asking
You're
me
pleading-
to clarify a timeline that
Right.
I don't know.
okay, but you're pleading with him. This was after the traffic stop, right?
Yes,
Okay.
he gave me
How
the
long
information that a
after?
traffic stop happened.
Okay. How long after?
okay, let's run through events and I'll try to guesstimate how long it was, even though something tells me you know how long it was given call logs. He calls me. I don't even remember where I was at this point. Tells me Ezra Funkhauser. He's like Funkhauser. He pulled over Lizzie and let her go. And I say what? And he says there's a gray white. He's a white Futo. Last seen westbound 68 in front of Harmony. That's what Lizzie's driving. You know, Ezra let her go and stuff. So I have that conversation. Let's chalk it up to 2 minutes on the phone. Maybe there was more said. I don't remember. So 2 minutes on the phone there, and then I 311 for Ezra for Funkhauser to call me. He doesn't. I think I only let 30, 45 seconds go by where I get impatient. I pull his number from the MDW. I call him. I chew him out. I don't even know for how long. 3 minutes max. If I had to guess, there wasn't much to say. It was, hey, you're ignoring bolos. You're doing shit cop work right now. Jesus Christ, what? And all. I just chewed him out, and he agreed, apologized, whatever. And then after that, I call him. I said, "We're going to handle." I said, "We already handled that. We're handling it internally."
I think.
And I said, "So let's
I don't
just
believe
focus
him.
on,
I mean,
Lizzie."
after ever the shit
Those
that
are
Lizzie said,
probably my
it's
exact words,
insane
if
to
not,
believe
I'm
him
just
for this.
slightly
After he was
tweaking them, but
literally
it was-
there.
Okay, time to just go back to Lizzie. At this point,
Why not Lilith?
at this point, okay, I am the only one that pitched the idea that Lilith was probably in that trunk, because no one in Sis, to my knowledge, hasn't had run-ins with Lizzie. I don't know if he did, but from my experience, she moved pond a lot both times that she's been kidnapped by Lizzie, constantly moving. So in my head, there's either a body or a still alive Lilith in that trunk. So when I'm saying find Lizzie, find Lilith, it's interchangeable to me. It's not a gotcha moment, or I'm going to exchange those names. They're always together. Lizzie didn't leave Lilith out of her sight during that, I would bet. Well, besides, the side of not seeing her in the trunk, probably.
Okay.
So as far as the timeline goes, probably a 2 to 3 minute phone call with Sis, 45 seconds between me calling Sis calling me and me calling Funkhauser. Then I call Funkhauser, probably about a 3 minute phone call if I had to guess. Immediately after that, I call Sis. I say it's being dealt with. Keep looking for Lilith Lizzie. And then just kept going. I believe during that phone call, he definitely expressed that he was pissed off at Ezra, but at that point, I don't believe he made any outward threats to him. I believe it was on a phone call shortly after, which is when I had already met up with Crane and stuff. No, it would have been way long after, if I recall. My timeline's all fucked because I'm really just trying to remember when all this shit was happening. It was so much.
Well,
So I guess that would have been after the court case. So I guess it would have been a long time after, because at that point I was already with Crane.
so that would have been.
Hold on. So going through the timeline here, and I'm just looking at phone records, and I just want to clarify. So you talk to Sis, and
He
then
called
you
me,
go
yep.
call Funkhauser. That's
Yep.
fine. Yep. And then you call Funkhauser. But then why, after you get off the phone with Funkhauser, are you texting Sis the details of this gray Futo? And then you just call him a few minutes later after that.
He told me Jesus Christ. Can we just stop adding people? And this is like the 8th time we're discussing this.
No, this is from your phone number to Sis.
I'm
not
well
the
aware. Well, I'm
reverse.
talking about in
Okay.
this room right now. This is like the 8th lap. Can we
Put
just
up
stop
with it.
having people walk in the middle of this?
Put up with it, Bloom. Quit
Well,
bitching.
no, because I'm the main
Okay, all right,
prosecutor
let's go
on this,
again
so
then.
if you can
Okay,
answer my question, that'd be fine.
Let's go again then. So the question is, why did I text Sis about the gray Futo?
No, it's why did you text him that immediately after getting off the phone with Funkhauser?
Because he already knew that information. He told me that the only clarifying information was that it was gray instead of white. Why I did that is because no officers were looking for a known person that kidnaps and tortures people. And for some reason, we still let walk these streets around us, and that we as a police officer fail to prosecute her for anything she does.
Have you prosecuted her before for anything she's done?
No, I'm pretty damn conflicted, I'd say.
You hired lawyers or worked with police officers regarding her?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Okay.
I have been told that I can't push charges by other cops because they're have some skewed view of the law about serial assaults and killings.
During this time that you're pleading for him to stop and to look, give me a second. Questions, Silas?
No, not right now. I don't believe a word he's saying.
Do you make a habit of reaching out to gang members to assist you in police matters?
Oh, Bloom.
I'm not going to entertain
No,
dinner
you
right
don't
now.
have to
I'm really
entertain
not.
that. Not even answering that question.
I get it.
What the
Boom.
fuck is happening right
All
now?
those text messages that you're talking about,
All of them, yeah.
all of those happened after Lilith was found. So what the fuck are you talking about?
No, that wasn't the case at all. Are you kidding me?
It was. She was found. The cameras were given out to those people that you were texting and already knew where Lilith was.
That's not the case at all. Are you delusional?
Lilith was found literally like fucking days after
No.
these events.
Lilith
Yes.
was found not days after. Lilith was found the same day after that traffic stop.
That's just not information I have, and also I just don't think true.
It is true. I mean, it is though.
You don't think it's true.
No.
But it is.
Like, what is
And
the
when
timeline?
was she
Okay,
found then?
he doesn't.
If I
look,
if I
Alright,
gave
come
you
on,
a date,
stop for a
Okay.
second. But you have the timeline. But again, first of all, this is for the fucking charges of relating to a fucking attempted murder of murder of an officer. But
charges haven't even brought up.
why the fuck? You have the timeline as to when she was found. Surely you can correlate the two. If Bloom doesn't know when it was found, you can look at the difference between when she was found to the last like hour the text was sent. You have this information.
Okay.
What information did
I'm
you
just
give to Bloom to
confused.
say how long after these
That's
texts
obvious.
was Lilith found?
I'm just confused on how you guys had such communication with Sis regarding where she is, or where Lizzie is, and where looking for Lilith. And this is a big deal, but you never found out when Lilith was found.
As soon as Lilith was found, I was hyper focused on Pond. I didn't talk to Lilith until I want to say 4 or 5 days after she was found. Which, I mean, if you just went through my phone, that's obvious because she asked, she pinged me and asked to talk to me, and we just talked about how horrible all this is, and how I told her to talk to Pond because Pond's been through the same exact thing.
Sis didn't. You guys were working together looking for.
My contact with Sis virtually ceased after I started looking hyper fixating on Pond because we started getting leads. I believe, and this might even be too many calls, but I think in the following days maybe I talked to Sis once or twice. I might be forgetting.
You guys,
I'm sure. I mean,
Lilith
y'all know
was
you have the call
found
logs,
at
but as soon as all these texts happened,
23:49.
in that day of phone
All
calls
of
and
these
stuff,
talks
I
he's
don't
saying
keep
he
con-
had
I-
with
I don't
Sis,
keep contact with
where
Sis
he's trying to deter Sis.
at all.
Okay.
Lilith
And
was
then
already
the
found.
Crane stuff. Crane didn't contact Sis or do anything with the Funkhauser stuff until after you texted Sis.
I also don't believe that to be true. I'm literally in a car with Crane and we're talking about the Sis situation. He figures out about Sis from me with Knight. If that's the case, I mean, I'm not saying, hey, phone records lie, but that's how I remember it. Crane was the one, we were all in a car together. Crane was telling Sis where Funkhauser was actively. And as I recall it, it was that happened. And then I was like, okay, well, since I'm dodging his calls and stuff, let me just tell him exactly what Crane said.
Thought that was a good idea. You thought?
Okay,
I mean,
what lap?
not gonna
What
go
lap?
through
What
it
fucking
again.
lap?
But
Okay,
I'm just
gotcha.
saying,
Cool.
you just keep
awesome.
saying
Because
that.
right now we're doing 18 laps while the actual murderer and the person y'all should be looking for and interrogating. Let me look. Oh, wait, sorry, I don't have my MDW on me. I was taking with my phone. Still, and last time I checked, on the loose.
Who are you talking about?
Kean Mercer.
Okay. I'm glad you're worried about the murderer of him after you helped Sis look for Ezra. So
Yeah, but-
I'm glad you're concerned
Okay.
now.
Go fuck yourself.
You are putting these
You
fucking
go fuck
words
yourself
into-
right now, Toretti. If you
the
think
Whoa.
that I actively did that, if you think me actually, I actually did that, then I guess that's that. You've already made up your mind. It's been evident here.
It's not
And you
made
can
up
go
my
fuck
mind,
yourself.
Bloom.
Oh.
Well, you did do it.
Bloom,
Your
You
mind's not
literally
made up
did.
right now.
You did.
Your mind's not
Bloom.
made up.
Bloom.
you were a smart cop. You are very
Were.
good at your
Yeah,
job.
That's what he said. Were.
I didn't. I said you are a smart cop. You know what you're doing. You know how to find things. You know how to work cases. You know how to pump. You know how to do everything. You're not incompetent in any way. So it blows my mind that out of nowhere, and all of a sudden, you forget who Sis is, what kind of person Sis is. You don't think to just say,
we're glossing
hey,
over something
Ezra
massive
went
here.
42. He's not around. You think it's a good idea, regardless of a deterrent on Sis, and that all of a sudden, after you're trying so hard to find Lilith, regardless of your obviously involvement with Lily, there was no contact regarding when Lilith was found.
So what you're saying is you don't think a man under a great amount of stress, because I'm one of the few people looking for a sergeant in the PBSO that's missing, while also being the only cop looking for another missing person, would have a lapse in, I'm not even going to say a lapse in judgment. I'm going to say slip up in how I delivered my deterrent. You don't believe that could happen?
I think
You don't
that-
believe I slipped up and fucked up a little bit while I'm having this great bit of stress on me?
Oh, I know you fucked up, Bloom. I know how much
Yeah,
you
but
fucked
you just
up.
said you can't believe it. Like you said that's so uncharacteristically like me that it must be me assisting in Ezra Funkhauser's murder 11 days later by a completely different person, when Ezra Funkhauser went down to Liquid Library willingly to apologize for shit that no one instructed him to do. And as described to me, by the way, not in the report, it wasn't even he was there to apologize. I don't know. It was explained to me it was a pre-cum situation leading to his death. That is why you can go fuck yourself. 11 days after, someone completely uninvolved, Sis fessing to a murder that even Malton said in the meeting, no one actually believes he had anything to do with it. No one. Malton said that in the Shift 3 meeting. And here we are. You think I did.
You don't think
That's why you can go
it
fuck
doesn't
yourself.
weigh on your mind at all that regardless of whether you were a part of the actual death of Ezra at the time or the day that that traffic stop happened, when you're giving out that stupid fucking information, you don't hold any responsibility, you think, for helping Sis even attempt to murder him, even attempt to go after him, even to attempt to go
So
after
you-
Lizzie, which I know you don't give a shit about. And I know you don't give a shit about because I also know you were in contact with Sis when Lizzie was being fucking fed to pigs.
Yep, I'm the one that was fucking pinged there.
You were pinged there.
Yep.
You also were having a lot of phone calls with Sis that day.
Oh my god. Okay. Yeah. Or where are we on to now?
I have a question.
laugh-
Just tell me, because this sounds like it's about to get wild as shit.
Why?
What are you implying right now?
Why would he ping you of all people?
I don't know. Maybe because I was the only cop helping him for, at that point, I guess a day and a half, look for his daughter.
Did you ever ask anybody to help you look for Lilith? Did you ask anybody in the PD for help?
I was with Willie for a little bit.
So why are you pretending like you're the only one out there when you could go and ask
Because
other
Willie
people?
was not.
You can. You're a
Cross,
sergeant. You
cross.
can ask other people to help you search
Cross.
for
You're
somebody.
acting like you're a martyr right now when you have so many
You
officers
shut, Demi.
at your
Demi, can you just
disposal.
shut the fuck
Oh
up?
no, absolutely not. I'm one of the prosecutors on this case. In fact, I'm the main
Okay,
fucking
then
one
sit there
here.
and learn
So
because
I'm absolutely
you're
not
already.
going to shut the fuck up.
So we're already on lap like 20, and
No,
you're trying to
this
pick up
is
lap
new
2 for yourself.
information right
Wait,
here. I'm
but
trying to
the-
figure out.
No, it's
I
not.
mean,
It's
the
not.
leader of the
Hey,
HOA
everyone
would
in the room just needs to
specifically
settle
ping
down
you.
for just a moment, please. Okay, Ross had his first question. Please, for the love of God, just so that the fucking recording, I don't even care anymore about the fucking 24/7 arguments. Just so the fucking recording in the room has some semblance of fucking anything. Can we just answer one question at a time? Please.
So you're
Cross,
asking
Cross's question, rephrase.
Did you ask anybody in the UPD to help you search for Lilith? Because you keep putting it on yourself, saying you were the only one doing this job. Did you ask anybody to help you?
The only time I came in contact with another officer in regards to Lilith was when Willie asked me to come help look for someone that was getting shot up near the lighthouse, which I agreed, and we stumbled onto a bunch of HOA there looking for Lilith, because lighthouse, I guess, and I told Willie, I said, you probably don't want to get wrapped up in all this. It's a missing person, because I'm sure your view is very similar to mine, Cross. I think you might be the only person in this room that has the same view as mine, that no cop actually gives a shit about missing persons at all, even if it's an officer. So
That's not true at all, Bloom.
Hold
I
on,
put
hold
together
on.
a
Really?
manhunt for every missing officer. Yes, including Pond. I tried for days to get people to look for her. I had teams out 3 days in a row looking for Pond. We weren't turning any stones. The information was being kept by Odessa and fucking Ashley, I believe, when it came to that fucking shit. The SCU was keeping a tight grip on any information, so we couldn't get any fucking leads. And I didn't even find out any of that information until like maybe 2 or 3 days before she was fucking found.
if only there
So
was
we did
something
all
the
we
sheriff
could.
of the PBSO could have done to the SCU and two fresh
How
deputies.
am I supposed to? Because I don't know that they have the information. What am I supposed to do? They don't. They have the information. They
saying
never
that
brought it to
people
me.
were actively looking for Pond besides a select very few is
Several
laughable.
times.
And
Several times.
also, I will say this: this has been the largest showing of people looking for an officer kidnapped. If that isn't Bass Toretti or you or someone of rank that I've ever seen. So yes, this is the first time I feel like I actually had people looking for someone.
Hold on,
Any
can
other
we-
time, I don't see anyone else looking for kidnapped people, even when they're officers, unless it's Bass.
Can we go
Everyone,
back
everyone.
The
to
reason
everyone
he's saying that
jumps.
to me
question
is
that
because
you
me and
didn't
Bloom helped
answer?
look for Gunner.
Holy shit! You mean the entire thing that just
No,
led
the
to
one
this?
where Willie, you know, you
Yeah,
bring it
just
up to
really
one
enjoy
officer.
getting
He's
warm-ups.
asking, did you actually try to set up a team? Did you try to reach out to HVTU? Did you try to reach out, put together an actual task force to try to find this person? You're a sergeant. Did you actually ask officers other than Willie?
No, I didn't because I when brought up to Willie, he also wasn't comfortable with me kicking indoors, even when I knew it was legal and talked to Crane and it was legal.
Well, you were aware of you said
No
you
one
were in
wants to get
contact
wrapped
with
up in that
Winston.
shit.
You were in contact with Winston.
Okay.
He was working this case. Him, Copper, all those people.
Okay. He was looking for Pond too.
Right. He was looking for both of them. So how can you say that nobody else was looking?
Okay. Well, SCU like to say they're looking for someone and then sit in MRPD for 8 hours.
Okay, but that's not the point.
Because guess what?
You had
Whenever I was
people you could
warning,
confide in.
whenever
Thank you,
whenever
Luder, for
all
giving
this
that
was
stuff
going
to
down, and I was warning Winston about everything, he was getting pinged to Mirror Park by something
Because
completely
Owen,
unrelated.
he's trying to say
and
that
then was getting into
he-
80s and shit. I'm sorry, SCU sits in a room for 8 hours a day, and also people can't help but chase fast
He's trying
cars.
to say that he was telling Sis to not look for
Weren't you
Ezra
part of SCU?
by deterring him
Yes.
and telling
Why
him
did you
to.
get removed?
I don't know.
Is that
I-
relevant to this?
No, I don't give a shit to answer any question about that, but it was
That's
a great
fine.
decision on SCU. Thank
That's
you for
fine.
removing me,
Mhm.
SCU.
That's fine. It just sounds like you wanted to be a lone wolf in all of this, and then now you're complaining after the fact to make yourself sound like a
I'm
martyr.
not complaining. I'm giving you exactly what happened.
But didn't
What part of me?
Winston?
What did I say at all? Which, by the way, you wouldn't know because you haven't been here. So have I said at all? Man, no one was helping me look for Lilith, and I was begging. I was
Man,
asking.
I wish I
No
was
part of
here
me.
sooner. That would have been great. I wouldn't have to be re-asking all these fucking questions. But you know what? I can't control that. So what's going to happen now
Stop
is if I
pretending
have
like they haven't been
questions-
answered. Then
Th- th-
ask
Uh-huh.
your
There's
fellow
literally a
detectives
recording
and
this.
people on this case if these questions
Yeah.
have been asked.
Oh no, trust me. I will listen to the recording. I'm just stating why I'm asking my questions now. Because I would like to hear it in
Okay.
person and not from a recording.
Yeah, but it doesn't move anyway. It's just repeating the same fucking thing to everyone in the
Well,
room. and
that's not my problem.
okay, well,
Kyle, did you have any part in finding Lilith?
It was a
I'm the
good
one that took
question.
The initial report, and I'm the one that tried to assign officers to do it before they told me they had to go to a booth.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. What? They had to go to a booth. You said.
Were you aware that Winston was actually one of the people who was given the information of where Lilith was?
No, I wasn't. Nobody made me aware when Sis said he wanted to put in a missing persons report. I took the report with.
I was
Carter
talking to
present, made
Bloom
sure to get the-
actually.
Oh, I thought you said-
Again, yeah, I thought you were talking to him too because I was ready to answer. I don't know where Lilith was found. I know that she was found at some point after all this just mess and during me looking for Pond. So the most amount of information I gave back to people was glad that Lilith is found. Hopefully she's safe. And that's it. I learned that she
That
was
was going on
blind
in
5 days. No, sorry. I learned that she was blinded by bleach like 3 days after she was found, which was about 2 days before I even got to talk to her. Because again, I wasn't in contact with them. I got thanked a few times. I got a call from Kian, someone who I don't contact ever. He called me. It lasted about 11 seconds, and it went a little like this. I was telling Gil. It went, "Hey, sorry for always being a dick to you. Thanks for helping look for Lilith." And I said, "Not a problem. It's literally my job." And he said, "All right, see ya." I said, "Bye." That's the kind of contact I had with the HOA.
I have a
in
lot of
between
questions, but
Lilith being found and Ezra's murder.
Okay. We talked a little bit about you helping in actually saving Lizzie Burns' life, I guess. In the pig pen,
because I was just
guess
gonna
it was?
piggyback off of what I said. Okay,
It was.
I
off
understand, like,
almost
etc.
on
I
Galileo.
understand
Yes, I think it was Galileo.
that
Okay.
you know,
were
you ran
pinned
into
there.
them, which is why
Yeah.
you started looking
Did
for
you talk to
Lilith.
Sis before that?
But
I
why didn't
missed
you
the
try to
thing.
reach out to
Yeah,
the
I've been in
police?
contact with Sis all day.
And why did you just immediately just
so yes, I
help
talked to
Sis,
him.
who you knew would try to kill her?
Okay. Did you
Shit like that.
I did get the ping, and I had to call him. And
I
tell him
mean,
to
we're not
re-ping
we're
me.
not talking
did
about.
you write a
Still,
statement or
the
anything?
fact that he's trying to say that
Uh,
Lilith, he was talking to
I
Sis, telling him to stop
got
hunting
several
Ezra
officers down
and
there,
worry about
including
Lilith after
Tessa,
Lilith was
Bass,
already
others.
found. I don't know.
did you write
I-
this? You were the
I wrote a very brief statement.
you were
and
the
then I
initial
read-
officer on scene.
Yeah, and then I read Tessa's, and I wrote
How
a
did
very
they-
small thing.
Okay, I kind of read a little bit of the report. Do you remember who was there? What was there?
Officers?
No, when you got the ping, you
Yeah.
were first on scene there,
Yeah.
right?
It was
Okay.
about 45 seconds to a minute of me being there.
Okay.
4 officers
Who?
backed up.
So who was there?
Lilith and Sis.
Lilith was there.
Sorry. Again, that's
Lizzie.
my bad.
You mean Lizzie and
Yeah,
Sis?
I'm sorry. Yeah, Lizzie and Sis.
What car
At that
was
point,
there?
I had no clue who the fuck Lizzie was. Or like,
How did they
she
get
was
there?
unrecognizable. He said he dragged her.
From where?
He said the hills.
The hills.
Yes.
Okay. And you were in contact with Sis that whole day.
For a large portion of it, and then there was a large portion where I wasn't because I was looking for Pond, and then there was a portion where I was again.
Just
Also, I was in contact.
He's trying to say that he wasn't at
Patty.
MRPD when he
lot.
said that, and it was
A
just
lot of
supposed
shit
to be
was
a
happening with
deterrent.
Pond,
Right.
and she was getting
Patty who?
information on Pond. Patty Mayo, senior deputy.
cop.
At that point, I was
Corporal, I
pretty
believe.
much she's corporal now. Sorry, was in a lot of contact with her. She actually asked me to come down to MRPD, which I was on the way. She had to give me things that the highwayman left that were Lily's, like a photo book and some notes and shit. And that took me, I don't know, 45 minutes it felt like to get down there, because that's whenever,
Well, I agree, Owen.
I hope my timeline isn't off here. That's whenever I think the highwayman stabbed Crane. And then whenever I got Crane medical attention, that's when Sis pinged me and told me what he'd done. And that's when I called for backup to go there with me. But I lost the ping, and then I got it. And then I told everyone where it was, and I got there. I held him at gunpoint. He very willingly gave himself up and got her medical. And yeah.
Do you have anybody who was with you that day? You
It's the
riding
same
solo
day.
that day?
It-
Yeah.
It is the same day. It is Patty. Well, actually,
Were you riding with
no,
anybody that
I
day?
never rode with Patty. Yeah, Crane, Knight, Wrangler for that little bit. I met up with, was it King? I just met up with him for a minute. They were doing a status check on me at the PBSO. Because I was looking for the highwayman up there and not paying attention to phone or radio and stuff, and they thought I was like kidnapped or something.
What was the you? There was a phone call you had with Sis. You called them. It was like right before Lizzie was found. What
That
was?
Probably me telling him to reping me, and he was saying, "Look at the pigs go" and shit, and talking about pigs and the farm and where he is, and he's all giddy and happy.
Okay, and then not too far before that, Sis called you. What did he say? It was after his arrest when he was out of. I mean, you obviously didn't know he was arrested that day. I don't know if he told you on the phone.
That is
But-
whenever he was taught. That's when I was in the courthouse, and he was talking about Lizzie being in custody and stuff.
Okay, because he
And
called you
that's-
like 3 times, and then you called him once.
Yeah, that's in. But that all those calls are whenever he started turning his attention to Copper and Winston, and I was begging him not to. That was that chain of calls. At that point, I knew he had been to prison because I got that information in the courthouse. He said, "I'm in here waiting for Lizzie," and I said, "Well, don't do that." And then that's whenever he told me they had Lizzie in the cells and that her motorcycle, motor pool, all the shit. That's how I got that information, because I'm off radio in the courthouse with Wrangler waiting to talk to Crane, and I have no idea what other officers are doing and shit. Not paying attention to 311, and yeah, that's whenever I got all that information. And then the following phone calls were, it would be a guess in what order, but it was complaining about cops, talking about going after Winston and Copper, and then the final one, if you're saying it was 3, so it would be the last one of those, was him saying that he was literally behind Winston at Mirror Park going to murder him. And that's whenever I started getting in contact with Winston and all that stuff. The call after that should be, if that's the only one, it would have been the one that where I called him to tell him to reping me.
Okay. And did you? I mean, there's a call in there that was to Patty right before
There
she
should
was.
have been a few, yeah.
Did you tell her that you were going to?
Yes, I told her. There were several phone calls because it was taking me a while to get to her because Crane was stabbed. I had to take him to the hospital. I took him back to car up in Cassidy Trail, and then on my way back down to the city and separating ways with Crane. I think I actually repaired in Toledo SO because I was my shit was all home smoking. I think I called Patty again. I'm like, hey, sorry for the delay. I'm on the way. And then a little Sizz ping happens. And then I call Sizz for a re-ping. And that's when we talk about the pigs and stuff. And so I go there. And that's whenever I request additionals is when I'm pulling up and I see that he's standing with an RPG on his back. That's when I get out on with my gun raised at him. Apparently he called Bass during this too.
Okay. You know what?
You want me to keep? Apparently he called Bass. So Bass was at literally. I had to tell Bass. Bass was doing over radio. He's like, "Hey guys, be on the lookout for Sis Folker. He's up to some wild shit." And as he said that, I said, "Yeah, I have him at gunpoint at West Galileo."
I mean, I wouldn't let him do
he has
this
an
if it
RPG
was
on his
totally
back,
up
and
to
that's
me,
when
but
Sis
it's
threw up his
not.
hands, and
I don't let people talk at
How
all
about-
when
you
I
need some
interrogate
food?
them, basically.
no, I grabbed some on the way here from Toledo Locker. I do need to eat it.
I
Okay.
don't.
All right. We'll get you
I don't
some
have enough
food.
for you.
I'm gonna use the bathroom. We'll be right back. I want to talk about this whole Sizz thing. He caught Lizzie.
Hey,
All right. Just let me use the bathroom.
does anyone have food for Gil? I guess I have a
Sure,
slushy.
Gil. Here you go.
Thank you, Cross. Thank you. Oh my God.
Hey, can I be honest with
Can we
you
have the
about how
room
you
with
look right now?
Bloom? Yeah, I mean, obviously you can say if you want, Gil, but can we
Oh, you talking to me?
cross
Yeah,
and...
I don't care.
No,
everyone,
no, not you.
if
Not
everyone
you.
wants to leave, I don't care. I am
Silas
drained.
is
Be able to
across.
leave the room.
Oh yeah, yes, of course.
He's a little tired.
Mr. Falker, how can I help?
And then
you?
I'll.
Yeah.
I desperately need to
Are you-
pee
are
and
you
grab
good
him
with
some
us
food.
Are you good with us unsealing the docket? Neither of them are good.
Is he? I
We
could
don't
take
have
a
a
call.
choice right now.
I have no choice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Demi, go
I
ahead and
desperately
get
need
that
to pee.
unsealed while he
Okay.
goes to
We need
urinate.
yeah, make sure that Treddy knows to not bring that up in interrogation.
You can't.
Yeah.
And I will add in the evidence that's been sealed and get that going.
Cross, I
Uh,
don't remember exactly what you asked in there, but it was at some point before Demi showed up, and you were honestly a goddamn rock star. Your line of questioning was really good.
Oh,
I
appreciate
don't
it.
give
Thank
a
you.
fuck about this motherfucker and
What's the bail on that?
getting on me for asking questions because I wasn't fucking here.
Zero? What the fuck? Okay.
He's on my time right
Let
now.
me,
I could literally keep him in that room for the next 24 fucking hours as my little bitch, and he'll take it. I'm not taking this shit from him.
I agree.
But you didn't have to pay 100K, 10%?
So
I don't.
I still have a couple more questions for him before we move on to the.
We got Gil walking down here.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say any specifics. I just have a couple more questions for him before we move on to like the Lizzie stuff after she was found.
I'll have him call you, or
Okay.
I will call you
I think we
back
should
on
press
his
the Lizzie
behalf.
stuff hard because we already
Alright,
hit
bye.
jackpot on what we've got because of the timeline busting open with Lilith being found literally 10 minutes before he sent those text messages.
Yep.
It
We
busts
didn't
his
talk about that at
entire story
all.
up.
Really, not as
Yeah.
much as I want to.
Yeah, Toretti busted it open, but I think letting him flounder on it and his official statement being that, it was all to help find Lilith when Lilith had already been found. I think that speaks volumes because he just spent the entire time talking about how he spent 2 hours trying to find her when she was already found. And that just doesn't make
That's the
sense.
timeline, right? We have that confirmed that she was found in between.
Yeah, there's a report. That incident number that I put on there is
Right.
a
Free to go
report.
use
It
the
was a
shower?
warrant that Walker put out after he
Alright,
was given
alright.
access to that camera.
Have a good night.
Okay, and that was
Good night.
after the traffic stop, and that was that day, right?
It was after the traffic stop, but before Elizabeth Byrne was found. Yeah.
And Lilith was found in that time. Okay, so
Yes.
so they're lying. They're full of shit.
Yeah.
There was phone calls between Sizz and Bloom, and Sis knew Lilith was found, correct? He was given.
He was shared access to the camera. So.
He was shared access to the camera, so
Yes.
he knew she was found.
Yes.
He's.
He's been lying. Yes.
We
and if
cannot
you check-
reveal that though right now.
We
That
can't.
needs
We
to
can't.
be
Yeah,
something we
that's-
bring up in
and check-
trial.
That's what I was
You can check
texting you about
If you
already.
checked your, I've
Yeah,
texted you
I've-
about the
I've
lies
saw
as
that.
well.
But I just wanted to make sure that I wasn't crazy.
Did you see the last one as well?
Toretti, does
Like,
Sis have
he
your
w-
blessing to leave his house per his bail conditions?
Yes, he can leave the house.
Okay, I'll
Like
give him a
he
call.
didn't. What he said in there is that he went there with additional units. He didn't go there with additional units.
I'm not
He-
sure how. Yeah, true. Also,
He also swapped his story up 2 times in there. At first he said he went with additional units, and later it was, hey, when Bass called it out, I had him at gunpoint.
the other thing is I'm trying to figure out
So,
how I want to
In
combat
case you guys haven't
everything that Lizzie
realized,
told us this morning. How much do we want to tell him? Do we tip him off? See what
I don't
happens
wanna-
over the next 24 hours?
No, we don't want to tip him
So,
off.
in
too
case you
much.
were unaware,
I
let me
would-
see.
Lilith gets
Are you
found
looking to talk to
at
Sis for anything,
23:49,
No.
and
no.
immediately
Th- th- th-
Sis
This is an
text
interesting
Bloom
one, right? Because I think
a
we
minute
already
after
caught him in
this.
enough lies about
Okay.
how he was apprehended with.
Lilith is already
like,
found.
Or how he
He's
quote-unquote
telling
apprehended
everybody
Sis.
he's trying to
We
deter
wait till the
Sis from
trial to
hunting
make him
Ezra
talk.
and to
I
focus
figure out
on
the-
Lilith.
Yeah, how we got the other information.
But
that's
Lilith
gonna
was
be
already
reliant
found
on Lizzie
before
actually
he sent all of these
testifying, and
text
I don't know
messages
that we're gonna be able to
to
pull
Sis
her
about
anything
where
like that.
Ezra was.
We have
so-
a recording of it, though.
Yeah, and while we've got him like kind of reeling on,
So
his
that's
heels
the
a
big
little
thing.
bit,
But you
it
can
might
leave
be
the
a good
house.
time to hit him with that 1-2 punch if we've got a
there you
confirmed
go,
sighting
buddy.
of her in your vehicle.
Want to try to get him and see what he says to it? I mean, we don't, but we could see. If,
I'm gonna leave that up to you guys because it's a coin flip. I don't like coin flips in interrogation, but I know some people do. So, I mean, he's on his heels right now. We just hit him with this busted open timeline of Lilith having already been found. He's reeling about the fact that he just spent the last 2 hours lying, and we know that. He's trying to scramble together this Sis story. I think that if you hit him with the domino of us knowing that Lizzie was at some point in his vehicle after she was kidnapped, it might just send him fully toppling the fuck over. But 50-50.
Yeah, I mean, I think you just basically busted down at this point.
all right.
Just point
Sure.
out, like, I wouldn't say the lies, but trying. We've already caught him in several.
I don't need to
several big ones.
give him the lies. It's probably
Yeah.
just going to end up. I'm just going to end it with, we're just going to the docket. But I'll see what he
We need
gets.
We need to pull Wrangler and Pred out of that room because depending on the status of his
I'll
employment,
get him
depends on
out.
how
I'll
he
get him
leaves
out.
that room.
If you want any hope of getting Andy Jones in for whatever this unknown call log thing is, you're gonna have to call her after ready. Give her some context to tease her in.
So this is what I'm talking about, just so you guys know. Lilith was found
I ain't.
this time. Bloom is saying that these
I know
texts,
you wanted to talk to
these
me.
right here, about
All we
Ezra,
want is we want to know if we can
are
have
him
missing
explaining.
Got him out of there.
Your
I
phone
don't know
calls.
if they'll come.
in the last few hours.
This
Yeah.
is him explaining and trying to
Just for- I
subvert
can't tell you
or
too much, but we're
knock
just
him off
checking your
track
phone
of
calls.
Ezra to worry about Lilith. Okay?
Is that
But
okay?
Lilith
That's all
was
I want.
already found. So everything he said about, he's an MRPD informed to change uniforms, I think, which is a full fucking, 20 minutes? Almost?
From the
After
day-
Lilith
from
was
off today.
found,
Okay.
which
Yeah, I
Brian
think
Knight
you
and
could
Louis
just
Bloom
send me
spoke, so he
screenshots
should
of
have
it
knew
all.
this, by the
Yeah,
way.
she just swipes. So if she puts her
And
entire
Sis talked to
palm,
Louis
like,
Bloom
had
a
her
lot,
palm on the phone
and
then
Sis had
swipes
access
right,
to the
that'll
cameras,
automatically take a
so he
photo.
knew where Lilith was this whole
You
fucking
swipe
time.
right.
Yeah, so if you
Once
put
this
your
happened,
hand across,
Sis
like,
knew
the left side of your phone
Lilith
and then
was
swipe
found.
it across the screen, left to right. That'll take a screenshot of whatever you're looking at on your phone.
Oh, if you swipe left to right on your phone, it'll take a screenshot.
It's with the
So you,
input.
so you
the
get what
edge
I'm
of your
saying? Where
palm is how I
everything that he
explain
was
it.
defending, how
Yeah.
he only
I
told
usually
this
just use the
information
volume
because he
button and
already
power
knew
button
and he
at the
was
same
trying
time.
to
Not-
throw him
not
off
how people do
and
it
tell
on the
him to
internet.
worry
Maybe
about Lilith
I'm just
is
used to
just
the
a
palm
lie
method.
because Lilith was already found when he was trying to tell Sis to look for Lilith. That's the big thing. Lilith was already found when he's trying to tell Sis to look for Lilith. and not
Okay.
worry about Ezra.
I just need the.
That's the time the report was
I don't know what
submitted.
the
So
warrant is.
that's
Just-
not even. It probably was
I
found
don't-
out
I
even
don't care. I
earlier.
just wanna
But
see
that's the
call
timeline
logs.
we have.
All right, Demi, are you good on sealing that stuff, or do I need to do anything? What do you need
I
my
just
help with?
finished it.
Son of a bitch.
Okay,
Pred put out a fucking warrant for Andy Jones.
Yeah, it's for
Yeah,
felony
sheriff.
instruction. It says I'm the sheriff.
She said she's not going to send it unless she tells what the warrant is. But if she doesn't get the warrant, if she gives us the pictures of her phone.
Tell her. Oh, it's a catch 20. Tell her if she sends. Did you tell her that?
I've already told them to get out of here there, but they're not listening. So one of you guys go in there. Make them in. or something.
They ain't gonna listen to me.
He's on it.
Yeah.
Dockets updated. Everything's updated. Charges.
Did you get the new
evidence. Yes, I
exhibit?
did.
Okay, perfect, perfect. Thank you.
Everything's up to date.
Brad Wrangler, I need to talk to you.
Okay. Fuck, I did not expect him to just dive that deep on a lie that we would end up
Well,
being
he's
able to
fucking
bust.
stupid, so I'm not
I did
actually
not-
surprised.
As long as we can point out every single inaccuracy in what he said, we'll be good.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I've already got him
Toretti,
riled up in there.
everything he said was an inaccuracy because he told us this fabricated bullshit story of how everything was to find Lilith when she was already found.
Hold on, Gil's outside
True.
room.
Literally the entirety of the
Oh,
basis.
Hold on. Gil's outside
Yeah.
room.
Can one of you unlock the door for it?
God damn it. Someone go unlock the door.
I got it.
Hey,
Oh yeah, you can do it. I forgot.
Uh,
I'm
I
gonna
just
murder this motherfucker.
Yeah,
in the
Bloom,
courtroom.
let your lawyer in, Bloom.
Come on.
He's got me pissed the fuck off right now.
I just talked
Can't
to
wait
Andy
to wipe
Jones.
my ass with his badge.
She said if we tell her what the warrant is for, she'll give us all her phone logs for the day. Why don't we just tell her if she gives us the phone logs, she doesn't have a warrant for obstruction?
Then call her that and let her know.
Okay, but it's your warrant. I just need to make sure that's
I
what
don't
that
give
was.
a fuck. Listen,
Okay.
this is about this. Get the fuck. I don't give a shit. The
Okay,
warrant's bullshit anyway.
Okay, so we're just gonna tell you something more important than that.
Yeah, listen.
He's been lying, caught in several lies. That's what we're getting you out of. What we want you to get out of here for. You know, I don't know who else noticed it, but there are several lies you got caught in. One of them was, I think Yuna mentioned one.
Oh, the timeline's completely fucked on his end.
Cross also mentioned one.
Timeline is really fucked on his end because it doesn't look like he's. Lilith was already found, I believe, when we had
He's just
Lizzie.
making
was.
shit
Yeah,
up.
exactly.
And here's-
Lilith was found. Sis knew, 100%. Sis knew immediately when she was found, and he's trying to say all the text messages, which were after Lilith
When
was
she
found.
She was found literally during the text messages where he sent saying last seen westbound Route 68 and was describing the Futo. She was found 2 minutes after that.
You want to know what it
Is
is?
there any?
Lizzie,
I mean,
while in
what documentation do?
We have a warrant that was placed for Elizabeth Burns' arrest by Winston Walker after she was found, stating that camera access was shared, quote, with Winston Walker and Lilith
Hold on,
Aylhart's
excuse
friends.
me one moment.
hang on, Rango. There's one more
Don't-
thing.
Just
Oh.
one moment. I just need to step
Okay.
outside
Wait.
for a second.
Okay.
There was also that in the interrogation.
Hey,
when-
hold on. Oh, never mind. I thought Crane was here and he was talking to him outside. My
Ah,
bad, I was
okay.
gonna say.
Okay, we gotta
Also,
get that
in the-
subpoena on Crane submitted, by the way.
Also, in
Yeah,
the
we do.
interrogation with Lizzie, she also stated that after that traffic stop, she immediately shared those camera links. On top
Yeah.
of that, he was also lying about 2 times even about the story where he found his way to the pig farm. At first, it was, hey, I went there with a couple of units. I called for backup and then I went there. Then afterwards it was, hey, Bass called it out on the radio that he was looking for Sis Volker and Adam at gunpoint. And then the official report, there was nothing like him asking anyone to join him. And he called it in on the radio after he
Well,
already had
told
him
me
at
it was the
gunpoint.
ping.
Okay.
Yes, but there's several different. The ping doesn't really matter. I believe he actually got pinged there. What
Yeah, but the
doesn't
fact
what
that his
doesn't line
answer
up
keeps
is the
changing,
what doesn't line up is that he has 3 different stories.
that's
and
what I
one-
just said.
and the one that is there with Tessa, actually, with Tessa's statement is the only one I would believe, especially when he's already fabricated 2 stories
Was
in the span
Wrangler
of
actually
5
with
minutes
him?
in there.
That's the other thing. Was Wrangler actually with him? Like,
Like, during
Wrangler
the
was
day or
there to
whatever, yeah.
corroborate. Like,
No,
he
no,
kept
listen.
saying he was with.
He said
He
that
has
he
the
rode with
timeline
Wrangler
wrong.
only for a little while or something. So
He has his own timeline wrong. He's also saying that Crane had already done it. Crane was after. We have the evidence of that. Crane did it hours after. So the timeline is first Bloom feeds all this information, and hours later, Crane does it.
I don't think it was
He's-
hours later.
It is hours later. Check the.
What about a phone
Check the
call? Is there a
subpoenas.
phone call between
No,
Crane and
all
Sis?
after. It's
Oh,
all
everything's after.
Everything is after.
yeah, the Crane messages start about in 40 minutes to an hour later. So let's not
Okay.
say hours. But you're both kind of right. Let's meet in the
Okay.
middle. It's approximately 40 minutes.
Actually, Pred, are you familiar with the whole Crane aspect of this, by the way, where he's
I'm not
literally
familiar with
we
it, but I'm
haven't dropped
very
that, but-
interested.
We'll drop that.
Yo,
bomb
Randy,
after-
thank you so much for
after
the
we get done
22
with
months,
Bloom for
brother.
today.
Yeah.
Sorry, we're in
Look,
some
okay,
real
so here's the
serious
important
RP
part.
shit.
Let's focus forward. Focusing forward, when we go back in that room, the next subject of discussion is to dig more into the arrest scene of Sis Volker, and however far you guys want to dive on knowledge that we have of the fact that she was very likely in his vehicle during the course of that kidnapping. The big question for you, Sheriff, well, I can't just say Sheriff, there's 2 of you. The big question for you, Pred, is what is the status of his employment when he walks out of that room?
That's something that's going to need to be. Me and Wrangler are going to sit down and probably he might be put on paid leave for a couple days while we try and come up with exactly what it is we're going to fucking do.
Okay.
But the beginning of this, it was not looking good, and now it's not looking much better, if I'm being honest.
It's looking a hell of a lot fucking worse, honestly.
His timeline's all off.
It's
So
a
off.
lie after
He's full
lie
of- he's
after
full of
lie.
shit.
So the reason I asked that question is we just had to unseal the docket. We now have an accessory to first degree murder pressed against him. Do we send cops in on holds?
We don't send cops in on
No.
holds.
But we're also
Okay.
going to amend it with the information we got this morning. We're probably going to have to amend it to have him also be a part of the torture and kidnapping of Lizzie Byrne.
Yeah.
The motive, we have testimony. See how he reacts to a few questions. I'm not going to ask tons, but I might see how he reacts when I drop. I say we know he was with her.
Mind
And
if I
says-
say something before you go
What?
in there?
What?
I've been watching the entire time, and it looks like you guys are letting him control it. Like he's talking for on and on and on.
That's
and on.
fine. Let
No,
him build
he's-
himself into a lie.
Yeah,
which he
he's
is.
digging himself a hole.
Let him talk.
Which is good.
Can I say that anytime if I ask a question, can I not be told, hey, Bloom, you don't have to answer that? Because as someone who's like prosecuting this fucking case, like I have questions that I want him to answer, even if they're like a little bit unsavory. If I'm the one prosecuting this shit and doing all this stuff on the docket, do not fucking tell me, and I don't care who it is in the circle right now, that he doesn't have to answer that question. I'm going to walk out the next time that happens. I'm saying that right now.
Okay. You have questions for the Lizzie Byrne stuff?
I might think of a few.
Okay.
I just want to hear him talk.
I don't know. So it seems like the next step for the interrogation is going to go into the Lizzie stuff. I heard everything secondhand, so I'm just going to sit in the room if Cooper
That's
wants to go
fine.
in there because he knows a lot more about that specifically than I do. It seems like we don't need any more questions about the other stuff. I had a couple more, but it seems totally irrelevant because he dug himself a huge fucking hole there. So
Yeah, I don't. The thing is, I don't want to give him a chance to rehabilitate.
all right.
From a prosecutorial standpoint, Demi, you correct me if I'm wrong, since you're shouldering a burden on this too. From a prosecutorial standpoint, he's already dug himself into a hole. We draped a tarp over the top of it by telling him how he was wrong. If we give him a chance to rehabilitate now, then that's going to leave a judge saying, well, but then he said this on the recording.
No, we're not going to go back. We probably.
So-
I'm not sure if we should go back to anything to do with the.
I wouldn't because then
with,
you're gonna give him more.
the Ezra stuff. I think we push forward. We give him a little more. See how he reacts to it, and then we end it. Let him know.
Let him hang himself with his own recording.
The chances are, if you go back, that he'll go back and correct small mistakes he's made. At that point, he will blur whatever we have in mind. So
Listen,
the best
your
thing to
only
do is
time
just
to-
fall
listen,
back.
Your only time to establish any discrepancies with the timeline is during the interrogation now, because once he gets a copy of it, he's able to go over it, he's going to be able to concrete it a little bit more. He's probably Blue ain't a fucking idiot.
Right, but if he does this, we have it all on recording, and then he goes to trial and he has it all differently. That's not going to help him at all.
No. The other thing is we need to avoid this being a 4-hour interrogation because we have to review this for trial and point out inconsistencies, which means if we start going back over it again, then you're creating a burden that we can't meet because we're gonna have to know word for word what the fuck he said.
Yep.
So
And he's already
we've got his statement. He already fucked himself in the asshole. Leave the dildo in there and let's go put another one up there with this fucking Lizzie Burns.
You guys got to try and understand if he had a motive for anything. You know what I mean? Like
He did.
His motive's Lily and revenge.
Well,
He's
then
literally
mouse
He
stated-
that a
says he
little up.
hates Lizzie, and he was pissed off at Ezra.
Yeah, and he also stated
And-
that Lilith was one of his best
Yeah,
friends
yeah,
because
Lilith is
she
one of
helped
his
him through the drugs
BFFs.
shit.
I
don't think you understand this.
He doesn't even like call her, check in on her. She's the one who reaches out to him.
Oh, he
Crane
sent a lot
told
of
me,
messages towards her.
Crane told me
No, if
he's
you look at the actual
he's coming
records
up here. It
themselves-
sounds like he's really talkative right now, and it
Yeah,
seems
no,
like
if
he
you
might
look
know
at the
something
records
about.
themselves, she's the one who reaches out.
Yo, hold on,
okay.
someone go grab Toretti. Are you guys listening to what
You,
Wrangler
you
said?
you want
uh,
you want to grab
yeah,
Crane
Nosy
for
bitch
this?
Crane's coming up here.
No, Crane needs to stay the fuck away from this.
Yeah, he needs to stay as far away from
because
this as
Crane
possible.
is possibly going to be added to the docket as well.
You don't
Yeah.
want
I
to
don't- I
question
don't know-
Crane about what he knows?
I mean, we could question him because I would like to know why
No,
he wanted
we-
to sacrifice Ezra for a fucking ghost or to a fucking ghost.
It's not that we don't want to question Crane; it's that we want to finish with the pile of shit that's already burning.
Well, he's
the
in
other
a
room
he's in
before
rare
we-
form right now. He's really talkative. It might be a good chance.
You want to get his
capitalize.
subpoenas before we even talk to him, right? Like, it doesn't.
Yeah,
Did you invite him up here,
he's
Wrangler, or
he's-
did he invite
yeah.
himself?
No, I invited him
Didn't you-
because he's just.
Didn't
he's
you hear
yapping.
earlier when they said that he might have been implicated in all this, Wrangler?
Yeah, he was
Didn't
you hear that it
was-
really helping Sis with this. We have the phone records for it.
Hey, what's going on, Crane?
Hey, what's going on?
I just called you up here because I wanted you to tell the sheriff what you were telling me about cannoli.
What happened with fucking Canola?
So I got out.
925
some
is down
stuff from
again.
Ballin'
Who
with
is
Post
925? Brick change has gone down like 6 times.
Riding around in front of the Liquid Library. There's a cadet car out there, and I trunk check and make sure they're locking them. It's kind of like thing I do to help them out at the courthouse. And I saw it, and I was like, "Oh, see if they locked their car." They didn't. So I got in the trunk, figured I'd prank them, and be like, "See, this is why you lock your car. I could have been a criminal." And Cannoli and Minerva Matt and some cadet get in. I was in the trunk, so I don't know what they look like, but I heard their voices. And Cadet says to Cannoli, I'm glad you've been teaching me all this, but I don't know about all this corruption stuff. And Cannoli said, well, you got to do what you got to do. And I'm like the big dog around here. And the cadet's like, yeah. And Cannoli's like, who's been teaching you? And she said, me. And he's like, don't you forget it. He was all on his high horse and all that. And then she goes, yeah, I know, but like that whole thing about like ocean dumping and like waterboarding people, I don't know about that stuff. And he said, you got to do what you got to do. I left a woman handcuffed on top of Chiliad for like 2 hours the other day.
What the fuck is Cannoli doing?
Yeah, so I don't know. And I then he pulled up and I heard Bison's voice, so I got out of the car and I got in Bison's car and I was like, Bison, let's go. I got to talk to you about Cannoli. And then I guess Bison told me that Cannoli got on the radio and said, don't believe anything Crane says.
Wait, Bison got on the radio and said
What
that?
the
Bison was the one I got in his car. And Bison told me that when I got in Bison's car, Cannoli got on the radio and said, Bison, don't believe anything Crane says. Also, Minerva Mott was listening to all this and said nothing the whole time. And she's like a responsible
I
officer.
just
He's the
wanted you to
future
hear
of the
from
fucking
Crane.
beat. All right.
Yeah, okay.
All right, well, we got to get back to work.
All right.
Y'all having a
Thanks,
fucking
Crane.
costume party? Fucking
know.
Despacito over here.
That's a cross thing. All right,
Yeah,
we gotta
okay.
get back to this.
Have fun.
All right.
with these outfits.
Well, that was a lot. I was not expecting that.
Okay.
Oh,
What
look
do you
how
do?
sad Wrangler is.
Corrupt. I'm used to it by now.
Well, cannoli, man. I never expected him to say that shit.
Nolly's an idiot, of course.
Here, you want
Yeah.
some
You
pudding?
should go in there.
I'm good.
What everybody? They're gonna make me put the fucking thing down.
Oh, I guess yeah, you gotta press the button again. It's just a little jammed up. Whatever the fuck ash has been in there.
There we go. Okay. So we started to talk about this you catching Sis with Lizzie.
Yeah, the farm.
Mm-hmm. And few phone calls you had with him in between then. What did you remember? Sis never mentioned going to jail when he called you that
No.
day?
Remember, whenever I was in the courthouse, he called me from prison to tell me he was waiting for Lizzie to be sent up, which
Like, I don't think, like,
I
you
figured
guys
that
need to
Lizzie was
realize
even
how
for him.
bad, like, it looks
Okay.
for him to get his timeline
And
so
then you
wrong.
called him back a little bit later. What is it? It looks like you talked to Winston.
warning him that Sis would be
Lucy.
hunting him with copper.
Okay. And then right after you talked to Winston, you called Sis.
Yes.
And then right after that, you called Winston again.
Yes.
And he didn't pick up.
Pick up.
Right.
That's whenever that was the whole frantic me trying to notify Winston that he is getting. Okay, sorry, no, I'm recalling now.
You know
The
what
first
I
call to
kind of
Winston was me
believe
asking
is that
what
he
the hell's
didn't
up with
want
Lizzie and
Winston to
stuff,
get
and
hurt
to inform
and, like,
i-
Copper to
if
get
my
hurt.
memory is correct. This timeline.
I
is
genuinely kind of
calling
believe
him
that,
to
but the
inform
rest
him
of
that,
it, I think, is just
what he
bullshit.
probably already knew was that Sis is waiting up in prison for Lizzie to be sent, and that it's not a smart idea to do it. And I believe the conversation was like, "I got this. I'm a cop." Like, okay, cool, sounds good. I trust you.
Okay. How did he get your ping?
We'd been together all day. I think I pinged him to oh yeah, when I was checking the warehouses and stuff. When we were looking for Lilith, I was explaining where a location was, and we exchanged pings.
Okay. And then not very soon before Lizzie was found, you called Sis again. And then after that, you called Patty.
Yeah, so that would have been me asking him to reping me because I lost it, and then that would have been me calling Patty because I knew she was on the radio because I asked her radio if Patty was on radio, if she even knew what I was doing, because at that point she was under the impression I was immediately on my way to MRPD because I thought I was going to be, and it was not happening at a fast pace. So I called her, said, "Hey, are you on radio? Did you hear what's happening?" She said, "No." So I found Sis with Lizzie, and it's all horrible, all this, whatever. And then I told her, "I will be there soon. I'm sorry for making you wait so long," because that at that point, I feel like she'd been waiting on me for like 40 minutes or something. So that's why I immediately contacted Patty. That's when I met with Patty on the top floor next to the meeting room in MRPD. And Tessa walked up, and Dan was there, and the highwayman for a little bit was there, and Ezra walked up and said, "Hey, I just wanted to apologize." I'm paraphrasing. I'm trying to remember exactly what he said. It was along the lines, apologize for letting her go on the traffic stop. I understand the error of my ways. It won't happen again. And that's when I apologized for screaming at him, because I did kind of just, I did yell at him. I was very ticked off. I said I was pretty harsh in talking to you while you should have had someone talk to you and reprimand you. I was pretty harsh, and I apologize.
And this was all
In front of Patty and Tessa Dan was just in a corner. He wasn't in earshot or anything, I don't
okay.
think.
And this
I apologized to him. We made up. He walked downstairs. That's quite literally the last time I saw Ezra until I got on duty, and I started writing with Jeffrey Bundy on the day of Ezra's murder. And I said Jeffrey Bundy, fucking Jeff Price, and that was the first time.
Jet,
he just said,
I'm
"Hey,
listening.
you wanna go to the morgue?"
But I'll be right back. I'm gonna keep my headset on, but I need to take a piss and stretch my legs.
Well, I'm not talking about anything with the Ezra. I'm talking about when Lizzie was found, because you called. You said this. So you had a conversation on the roof. After you called Sis, and then after you called Patty. So when you called Sis to have him to ping you again, you called Patty.
Yes, to inform, because I tried to get her attention on radio whenever I had all the officers up there, and I said, "Hey, sorry it's taking me so long to get MRPD. This just happened." Explain that Sis pinged me to this location, and I had to arrest him with Lizzie and whatnot. And I said, "Sorry, be there soon. I know you expected me a while ago. Sorry to have you wait."
So you called Patty at the scene of the Sis thing.
Yes. I called Patty several times. I mean, I think you said 2. Maybe some of it was on radio, but I remember calling her a few times because we were also talking about Highwayman stuff. And I had to miss calls from her because literally Highwayman stuff, I don't want to get into too much detail, but it was it was a lot. And I just didn't want to talk to her. Juno Sweeney called me. I didn't want to talk to her. And then there's a whole bunch of shit. So
Okay, so what was this whole conversation about on the roof with Ezra? Was that during this time frame, or was that
it was right next to the meeting room? And as I just laid out,
after?
Yeah, he sought me out.
Right, but this just to be sure, because you mentioned like the day of Ezra's murder. I'm talking about when Lizzie was found.
Yeah.
That was when that conversation after you arrested Sis.
Correct. As soon as I arrested Sis, I walk upstairs in MRPD. I talk to Patty. Tessa walks up, and we're like, "Hey, we're talking about some Highwayman shit. Don't know if you want to be involved or even hear this." She hangs out. Sure. And that's when Ezra walks up, and I also inform him. Said, "Hey, we're talking about some shit that I don't know if you want to get involved in." And he said, "Oh, I'm just here to apologize to Bloom." And I said, don't apologize. Just do better. I am sorry that I spoke to you so harshly, but what you did was fucking stupid. And yeah. And then
Sis seemed that's good. You made up, but Sis seemed pretty adamant about taking a couple murder charges here and there.
Why did he? She died and could catch a 9 charge, and he said it would all be worth it if Lizzie died. And now it sounds like he's confessing to Ezra's murder, even though via the report that I read it and Malton even saying it, it doesn't sound like he actually had anything to do with it. If you're asking me why, I don't know. It's fucking Sis. He's insane.
Right. And why did you ride with anybody else that day? You alone most of the day?
At this point,
after the trial that you were in?
Yeah, I'm trying to remember if I rode with Sweeney for a little bit that day.
You called her a bunch of times after the Winston thing.
Yeah, I left her somewhere, and then I told her to get a ride, and then I said I'd meet her at MRPD, and then I did, and then she left with Patty, And then
Where did you go?
I left, and that's whenever the highwayman stuff happened up in the hill. This is all before I even arrested Sis. Highwayman was giving me more hints as to where Pond was. Excuse me, hiccup. And so I immediately sent it to the highway because, you know, highwayman, I take LS freeway all the way around the island. I'm just looking for anything, getting hints from him.
By yourself?
At this point, yes. At this point,
Did you ask for any? Did you call anybody that you confided in? I mean, you seem to be pretty close
well-
with Patty, and you were with Juno. And did you ask them to come with you? Because I mean, a
No.
cop being missing and you having information about her being found, I would assume you would try to get some help, right?
Well, you would think that until they start threatening cutting off more of Lily's fingers and shit if I get people involved. Also, if people get involved, as I got Dan involved and several other people, they all got stabbed by him eventually, and I'm the only one that wasn't stabbed. So, and yeah. So dragging people into a case, and which by the way, I wasn't opposed to. I enjoyed other people's. I suck at this whole riddle shit, and all these hints and whatnot. Anytime any information was given to me that I needed assistance on, I called Ranger Tessa Lamb. Whenever we went to Cassidy Trail, I said, we're under a bridge. I have here are my clues. I have bridge. I have cold. I have highway. And like, so we're there and all this stuff. And then I call, and then Brian Knight and I were in contact a lot. And then Dan and I were in, there was help being had. This specific instance, I had no one with me, but I was getting information. And at this point, it was him frustrated that I accidentally missed one of his calls. And he was really not happy about that at all. Like, at all.
I'm just I'm wondering if you if anybody can help confirm what you were doing that day, or where you were, what you were doing.
Yeah,
Patty knew about where you were.
Yeah, they were
up in Cassidy Trail area. You said earlier.
Cassidy. Well, that was with the whole
Crane,
stuff when
right?
got stabbed.
And then there was
that point, whenever all that highwayman stuff was happening, I was on the beach of Polito. I was at this cove. It's literally marked a cove. I was looking for a cave. I wasn't sure if they knew the difference between a cave and a cove, so I just looked for both. Found the cove, never found the cave. And then the highwayman stabbed some dude up there and slit his throat when I wouldn't kill him. He was like, this guy has... So basically, okay, totally derailed, but essentially this dude was picked up by the highwayman, shot, which was kind of weird. He didn't always shoot people. And then he left, the highwayman left River, aka Pond's dog, with this guy tied to a pole next to him. When I show up, I see the dog, and I'm like, well, that's weird. I'm like, thank God I have her, though. And then the guys just keep saying Lily Pond, and then the highwayman tells me to kill the guy because he was the one that helped kidnap Pond. And I was like, that doesn't make sense at all. Why would I do that? I just questioned the dude. I'm like, you got picked up here or stuff? And he confirmed to me that he was just told to tell me Lily's name over and over until I did something. And then when I was getting an ambulance down, Balto was on the way. I walked away maybe 20 feet to document a vehicle. Came back to someone that the guy said that was the car he got up into Toledo originally with, and it got stuck. And when I turned around, his throat was slit. So there was a lot going on. A lot.
Did you?
Happening.
So was Lily found then? You found her?
No. Lily
No.
was not found.
It was not
until-
there.
God, no. Well, funnily enough, she was just across the highway in a house, and
Okay.
but that was not clear until days later. Lily was found like 3 days ago.
Okay. And
Or at this point. I
Were-
think.
were you with Sis at all that day?
Yeah, that's the same day we were driving around looking. It was way late or way earlier.
You were with
This
Sis.
all happened way later.
Right.
Where I had not had contact with Sis since he was threatening to kill, before he'd been in jail. So the timeline, to sum it up, was I break off of Sis to go, or not even break off of Sis. I broke off with Sis before I started riding with Wrangler. We do a traffic stop at Binko's on Center. I get a call by night, says come to Davis PD. Go to Davis PD. We go around looking for Pond. Brian goes to bed after a couple hours. I go looking for Pond with Crane. Crane gets stabbed, get him medical, leave Crane, go up to Polito, looking for Pond. That stuff happens with everything I just laid out with the neck slitting and the guy and the dog.
So Crane would be able to corroborate your
guys.
story about what happened here.
I mean, yeah, he was
Okay.
with me for hours. We were in his G-Wagon. We were in a Charger. We were on Cassidy Trail. This woman who did not give a shit about.
I'm just sitting back and listening, man.
It was wild. We picked up a deputy mayor in the middle of it to save his life. It was a day.
Yeah. Seemed like it was a big day. When did you pick up Lizzie Byrne with Sis Volker?
That was, I feel like, one of the last things I did in the day. It was after all this highwayman shit up in Polito. I would have
Drove
to
her to
reference the
MRPD?
report. I would have to reference the report of like what time it was, but it was like late in the day.
You drove him to MRPD?
When I picked up Sis and arrested him, and she got carted away in an ambulance, drove to MRPD. Before I did that, I called, while we're waiting on an ambulance, I called Patty. I told her what was going on. I said, hey, this shit's happening. I'll be a minute.
No. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about way before when you were with Sis and Lizzie.
I wasn't with Sis or Lizzie. I was with Sis.
You're with Sis.
Early in the day before he was sent to prison, and I found out in the courtroom that Lizzie was in prison, or sorry, Lizzie was in jail, not prison.
Herm.
I was never with Lizzie, and my contact with Sis ceased until I ceased before the court case, like the physical seeing him contact, and then it was phone calls until I got his ping in the hills.
Which hills?
The farm. Like
Farm.
Galileo.
There's no way anybody would have spotted you in a car with Sis in between that time, right?
I wasn't, so I don't see how that's possible now.
Emmy, do you have anything?
No. I don't know if you wanted to bring up the one thing, but that's up to you.
Well, there's a lot of things, but I mean, yeah. Did you call the ambulance for Lizzie?
Yes.
Okay.
It went a little like this. It was, I have Sis, RPG on his back. I need backup here at West, I think it was West Galileo, East Galileo, something. And then I get them there, and that's when I get him in cuffs, and I immediately call for 52s.
I'm surprised you actually. I'm going to be honest. I'm surprised you didn't wait a little bit before you called in the ambulance. Considering, I mean, you hated Lizzie.
I hate 90% of the people, more probably, that I arrest every day. I hate
Right.
a lot of people more than
That's
Lizzie.
come on. You hate more people than Lizzie, the person who just kidnapped Lilith and tortured her, and
Yeah, I hate.
that you were helping. You were
Oh, don't get me
spending
wrong,
all your
I hate
time.
her a lot, but I hate people more than her.
Just
Are you indicating that you're surprised? I mean, not indicating. You're saying that you're surprised I didn't just sit there and let pigs eat her?
yeah, I actually am. I mean,
well, I pulled her away from the pigs towards the side of the road, and after he was cuffed, and called 52s before I even did that.
did you read the report regarding this catching Lizzie?
Tessa's report, I need a refresher, but I did read it, yes.
Okay. It said something about you letting Sis go with an RPG on in his hands.
What? Okay, well.
And Tessa
I
was the one to
took
call for backup.
Okay, that wasn't the situation at all. I called for backup. It went like this. I pull up to the scene. I said, I have Sis Folker at gunpoint at the farm off of Galileo. I need immediate 77s. To that, Tessa responded. I think Willie, that's a guess though, responded. And then Bass, who wasn't on radio, listening to radio, whatever, after I get him in cuffs and stuff, says, we all need to be on the lookout for Sis Folker. He called me. He's doing weird shit. And I say, Bass, I have Sis Folker in cuffs off Galileo. He says, good job, Bloom. And he drives up there and is there. So I can confirm Bass was there, Tessa was there, and at least a third officer, maybe a fourth. I feel like other than me, sorry. So I guess that would be a total of 5. If I had to guess who it was, there were SUVs. I think LSPD. I would think maybe not Kieran Harvey, Harvey Holden, and I think Willie. Maybe not Willie though, but I think Harvey. But I can 100% confirm Tessa was the first to back me up there, and then Bass came shortly after.
Even though you talked to Patty right before this happened.
Ripley was there. That's what it was. He was
Even
draft.
Patty was the person you called right before this happened, and there's no car on scene here, and you're believing that Sis dragged her body from somewhere.
That's what he said. I looked around. I didn't see any vehicle. I didn't see any evidence of dragging. Besides the dragging that I did, I mean, I didn't see a blood trail or anything. I'd have to reference the photo. I didn't even see blood from her in the pig trough. I don't believe. I think they were eating it all up.
Okay. So, at what point? I'm just there's a timeline missing here with you finding Sis with her, and I guess you
How
must
is there
have.
a timeline missing? Is it because it's not a timeline you want, or is it because it's the timeline I gave you was that I was in Toledo dealing with a guy whose throat was getting slit by the highwayman? Because I literally just told you all that. How do you mean a timeline is missing?
Okay. Well, then when did you pick up Lizzie Byrne with Sis?
Like maybe a minute or two prior to that phone call with Patty.
What about after he poisoned her?
I don't know what the fuck you're even talking about. There was no poison. There was an RPG, and there was a pig trough.
Ooh, he's leading him.
I did not take her to Viceroy. I didn't see over her Viceroy. I was overseeing arresting Sis.
You don't
And
think
then
anybody
I
saw you
arrested him.
guys?
Oh, he's
What are
doubling
you
down.
even-
He's doubling
Are you
down.
Are you just
Ready?
throwing blind allegations towards
No.
him now at this point? Because it just seems like you're making shit up.
Well, of course you want to believe that, right?
It's just stories
That
what
they're
he's
blind
told.
allegations. I don't believe it. I know these are absolutely wild allegations.
You just saying like you don't believe no one saw you on scene there during all of this, as if that's
It's-
like the
It's the same
piece that's
allegation
gonna make
that
this fold.
somehow it's the same allegation. It's just as wild as somehow I had to do directly with Ezra's death.
Okay,
It's
hold on. We're gonna change gears here. So you said that you were the first one to respond on scene with.
yes, I was
Sis and
pinged
Lizzie?
there. I
Okay,
wasn't
and
given
you-
explicitly what was happening. He was
Okay.
talking about look at him go, talking about the
and
pigs.
you said that you were the processing officer for Sis.
Correct.
like,
I was
set
first
him
on
up,
scene. I
did all
put him
that
in
fun
cuffs.
stuff?
I documented the RPG on him. I didn't find any casings or anything on scene. I didn't find a projectile. I saw a burnt Lizzie burned in
Did
a
you
pig
take
trough.
photos of anything?
Yes, I did.
Why was none of that put in the report?
Probably because I was looking for Lily Pond. I have the photos on my camera. I can just upload immediately after this if
I'm
you'd
just
like.
trying to figure out, as the person in charge of the scene, if this man, has a class 3 in RPG, you've documented it, you've taken photos, you're the first one
Mhm.
here. Why none of that was put into the police report? I feel like that's kind of just basic policing at this point. You're a sergeant, right?
Okay,
You
well,
would know how to do your job, correct?
yeah, I know exactly how to do my
Okay,
job.
so
Pretty
then why
damn
were
well,
none
I'd
of the
say.
photos or the evidence added to the police report?
Because immediately after sending Sis up, I immediately went to looking for the highwayman, watching Dan get stabbed by him in MRPD. I was talking to Patty about Pond. I was looking for Pond. I had kind of an agenda that I was trying to do here. That worried
Just like
more
he's
about-
doing in the
There's some kind of an
interrogation.
agenda here.
I'm sure you believe that. I'm sure you and certain people behind this glass probably believe exactly that. I mean, you've always believed that. And now, I did have things that were more pressing than putting all the evidence into a report that someone already pled guilty to, and we're waiting to see if she
Aren't
dies
you
in
part of the
ICU.
cum unit?
What,
That's a
where is this
question.
going?
Are you part of the cum unit?
Yes.
Okay, so you find somebody with an RPG and you don't even think to document it or put together a search warrant. Like, if I find somebody with a fucking rocket launcher, the first thing I'm going to do is write a document that I can kick their doors down, especially if I'm
Holy
part of
shit.
the cum unit.
Yeah,
Okay,
but
then how
also
about you
you don't-
fucking do it?
No,
Also
I'm
not-
asking you as a
stop.
member of the cum unit why you
Okay,
wouldn't do this.
just my client is no longer going to entertain any of this line of
Well,
questioning
no, hold on. I'll
it's just
fucking
fucking
entertain
stupid.
it.
Okay,
When's the
no,
last
that's
time a search
fine.
warrant was made off of a cum unit? Is that something the cum unit's known for doing?
I don't know.
Since
I'm
you
not
know
part
so
of
much about the cum unit.
that's
Oh,
why
you
I'm
don't
asking
know.
this
Oh, so okay,
question.
you don't know.
No,
Let me
that's
just
why
clarify
I'm
that. You don't
literally
know.
asking
Okay,
a
cool. I'm just making sure
question.
you don't know. Gotcha.
Because yeah, I'm not part of the cum unit, never operated with them. That's why I'm asking you these questions.
Okay, so
Someone
you
who's
don't know
part
how
of the
they
cum unit,
operate.
I'm trying to understand standard operating procedures. If it's standard for
Okay.
the cum unit to see an RPG and ignore it.
Okay,
Is it
dumb
standard
questions.
that we see the same person with a class 2 every single day and don't file search warrants to me? Because I do
don't know,
that.
I'm just asking how it works.
This is a class
Okay,
3,
this
Bloom.
okay. This
It's
is
a class
okay.
3, this
Oh
is
my
an
god,
RPG.
we've
Okay.
never seen a class 3 ever.
Holy shit. Okay,
Holy
just
shit.
let's stop for a moment. Okay, was Sis charged with fucking class 3 possession?
He was.
Yeah.
Okay, boom. Okay, there he was charged with fucking class 3 possession. Did he
I'm
plead
just
guilty to
trying
class 3
figure out why
possession?
you're not even
He
doing
did.
basic
Okay,
police work here.
okay, whatever. I'm doing the fucking line of question. He fucking
I'm
is
sorry,
going
we're
to.
doing my time. I'm the one asking him the questions here.
Is just my
I'm asking
client
you
okay,
detained?
hold on a
questions,
second.
Not you.
Hold on a second. Unless I'm arrested or anything, I can walk out that door.
Oh, okay. Well, I
So-
mean, if we want to go down that road, I would.
Do you want to go
really
down that
advise
road? Because I
you-
can get really difficult really fast, Demi.
I don't care.
I'm trying to work with you. And now all
Uh-huh.
these wild accusations and stabs in the dark, not making sense, and just saying that I'm not doing basic police work.
Well, you're not.
Okay.
There's no picture of the RPG in the report.
Like I said,
Okay.
I have photos. They are on my camera. As soon as this is done, if you would like me to upload everything, which I will gladly do, but I was kind of busy on account of, getting haunted and people getting stabbed in front of me and
This
a
was
missing
12
girlfriend.
Days ago. You've been busy for 12 days.
Shut the fuck up.
No, you're not gonna address me like
Yes,
that.
I have
You're
been
not
busy for.
absolutely
Hold
not
on a
going
second.
to
I
address
have
me
been
like
busy
that.
for 10 days. Have
12
you?
days.
Have you been
12
sorry,
days.
12? Have you been busy for 12 days doing anything specific, like looking for a sergeant that's missing? No. Okay.
Oh, no,
didn't think
I've
so.
been busy for 12 days posting up the People v. Key and Mercer, in which you're a defendant facing one-time accessory to murder of a government employee, one-time accessory to
Good
attempted murder of a
fucking
government
luck
employee,
with that.
and conspiracy. Congratulations, Bloom. You've been indicted in murder charges against a deputy.
Cool. I'm sure they'll stick, and I'm sure you have just a fantastic case. I'm not worried at all about any criminal charges here today, as I've expressed to.
Well, you probably
both,
should be, because I don't know
both
what the
Fred
status of your
and
job
Wrangler.
is pending these charges. That's up for those two over there. to
You,
decide.
you're literally, this entire fucking interrogation hasn't even touched onto the fucking murder charges yet. It hasn't even related to the fucking day. It was
Sorry,
like,
I wasn't addressing you.
I'm his lawyer, so I'm addressing you, you stupid cunt. So this is how we're going. So we can either go on our time here, or we can just
Stupid cunt.
fucking leave.
Okay, that's where we're going with this. All right. Cool.
Come on,
Oh
Gil.
no,
I
it's
don't give a
going
fuck at this point. If he's
down.
gonna-
Jesus.
You fucking idiot.
Okay, get the fuck out of it. Terry, do you have any further questions?
I'm staying here. This is my fucking interrogation.
Okay, Flop.
You're on my time. I will sit right here.
I'm glad you've changed your mind so quickly.
Right here.
Oh
You think you
no.
won that? Okay, okay. Let's carry on with the questions.
Yeah, as I said, I'm
I-
getting more of the mindset just to walk out of this fucking room.
Bloom, look,
I'm 1 foot out the door already, so you
I
better
get it.
make these questions really fucking good.
Bloom, I don't know what else I can ask you that you're not going to come up with a story. I am so disappointed in you, Bloom.
Oh.
How could you do this? You have to live with the fact.
Yeah, Big D, get him.
Complaint hearing Gil.
I hardly use it anyway.
How could you
stupid
do
cunt.
this?
Yeah, I know
Yeah.
that.
I never helped Kian with anything. Sis
Barely
didn't do
recognized
shit,
you, you
I
short
didn't
piece
do
of shit.
If you actually think these charges are going to hold up in court,
You know
and-
what you
and Jimmy
did, and you
definitely
have
is.
to live with that. Okay?
Something
You
tells
know
me
what
I
you
will be
did.
Fine living with it because I didn't do anything. I did not get Ezra Funkhauser killed.
Come on, Bloom.
You tried, Bloom.
Yeah. Really, Cooper?
Come on.
Bunch of
I-
fucking shithole SO.
That was fun.
Who the fuck is
So, he
this?
called me a stupid
Oh no.
Ian will
I
probably
don't even have whoever's number this is.
trial, which is facing 60 years, or a bar complaint in which he won't be able to represent Bloom. So
Need you to pull the interrogation tapes together for us on this.
Who is this?
Get over here, Cross. You're part of the circle.
Where are they going?
They're probably going to talk.
Okay, next steps on this. Demi, you've taken care of the docket filing. Cross, I texted you something that I need you to take care of for us if you're up to that.
Yeah, no problem.
All right, good shit.
Oh,
So
what's
Cross is
Bundy?
going to get the interrogation tapes together for us with timestamps so that we can get those over to the court appropriately.
Ooh,
I
that's gonna
will
be
work
AIDS,
on
but I
the
could do it.
subpoena that you sent me previously, Demi, so that we can get the ball rolling on that end of things.
yes.
You tell me Bundy
Is
sent this to me?
Anything
Why did
anyone can
Bundy
think of
send
that
this
we
to
are
me?
Missing for our date of trial, other than arresting Kia.
I'll have to go over everything, honestly, and see if we're missing anything. I
Okay.
still need to put together the timeline.
I just didn't expect it to be Bundy
but
because he
other
sent
than
me that
I'm good
stupid
to start
shit.
Getting started on opening, closings, questions, and all that.
Okay.
But I can review the evidence, kind of go over like our narrative and plan of attack, and figure out what we're missing from there.
I think the closing should be a collaborative event. We've only got
Yes.
4 witnesses listed on this thing. Most of what we're looking at is hard evidence. And kind of going over that physical evidence. So what I would ideally like to see is the 3 of you splitting up, going over that evidence kind of piecemeal. Somebody take the big piece of this interrogation to point out the inconsistencies in the timeline. Cross, it seems like you're really good at that if you want to tackle it.
Yeah, I'll
Somebody
give
else
him my
kind of
best shot. If I need help, I'll just reach out.
Yeah. Somebody else, pick up individualized pieces of evidence like incident reports to kind of demonstrate what a timeline of that looks like. Demi, if you want to start with opening, I will start drafting a closing, and I will chuck it out to everybody for revisions and edits. Because this is going to have to be a collaborative effort with as much bullshit that just went off in that room. So, I think the majority of us have been working on this case for the better part of the last at least 5 hours, if not cumulatively 8 hours today. So it's probably best to let everything digest, and we'll pick back up with it tomorrow when we start sending out those other subpoenas.
All right, sounds good to me.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, it's good to be actually working with you on one of these girls.
It's a change of pace for sure.
Yeah. Like Captain Planet, through our powers combined, you know.
Yeah, damn straight. Appreciate you, Bundy.
Because I'm the ultimate authority figure here in the SDSO. Now that I'm out of the way until New Year's.
What the fuck is
Hey,
happening?
Cross. If I don't see
hey,
you,
what's up, Cap?
If I don't see you, Happy New Year's, man.
Whoa, hang on.
What?
Ready? Are you going on
Yeah,
record
they got
as
me.
overruling IA?
Silas got me up pretty good as I.
Are you really? Are you?
I like how he's behind. I love how he's
so-
behind the
Ready?
gate
Christmas too, by the
on
way.
purpose to make it look like he's locked in jail, dude.
I'm not doing this. I'm not
Get
doing
it
this
aside.
right now. I just had to deal with.
Come on.
Well, you're not doing it at all.
Happy New
because I-
Year and
I'm
Happy
pretty sure
New
I
Year.
texted you 8 hours ago and you never responded.
Yeah, I was a
So-
little busy. I was in
For 8 hours straight, you've been busy 8 hours.
Do overrule IA, Ready? Come
Yeah,
on, do it. Just
I've
do
been-
it.
I've been very busy
Do it.
today.
I just
It's
saw
been
Bloom leave
miserable.
with Fred and
Yeah,
what's his name?
he's probably
Wrangler.
he's probably being suspended.
Oh, a big
I got
suspension?
my
That's great.
licks in on that fucker.
I'm sure he'll learn his
Yeah.
lesson with the
I
suspension.
can't believe.
Was
I'm
it 3
surprised no one
months?
even asked.
Please tell me corruption's longer than laughing at a corpse. So it's got to be like what, 4 months, 3.5?
No, it's probably like 2 days.
Oh, damn!
Yeah.
I'm doing more time than he is, and all I
Shut
did is
the
laugh at a
hell up.
body.
Cooper. You have no idea the conversations we've been having.
Come on,
Okay.
just
It's a
overrule IA,
joke.
not
Well, I can't
suspend
be.
him.
Of course, I have no idea. You yelled at me to leave when I tried to.
We will because I was going to talk to you about it later. Okay.
What is later? Because 8 hours have passed
Like
since we talked last.
yes, but I've been stuck in interrogations for the last
For
dealing
8
with-
hours.
Yes.
Yeah, he
Not
hasn't
for
left
8
the
hours.
office
There's
once.
No way.
No, he actually hasn't left the office once, I think.
I could send him to the hospital if you really want out.
Oh
No,
my
I
god.
don't. I want to make sure that these people.
They just sell these things in ammunition. You believe that?
How much are they?
$300, man.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're cheap. Was Demi being interrogated about her stabbing too?
No.
No.
No, that's outside the statute of limitations, mostly because the police report was never posted up to the docket.
Doesn't have to be part of the statute to get fired for it.
I'm aware.
Can you not right now? She's helping.
Why is he
Suspended for 3
Cap?
months. I thought maybe like people stabbing people might have 4 months or something.
No, I got promoted.
Oh my God.
See, there you go.
Can we just focus on
I'm
one
doing the
thing at
wrong
a time?
thing. I just, you know what? I'm thinking maybe I just take Cooper out once and for all.
I swear to God, Owen, don't do it.
Well,
Stop
that
fucking
might
around.
get you back in Silas's good
Yo, I'll-
graces,
It might.
actually.
I could get unsuspended.
Yeah.
I
Is
take Cooper
that-
out, I think.
I'll talk to Silas tomorrow with this IA bullshit. But as
You're
far
not
as
just
I
gonna
know,
overrule him? You're the sheriff, man.
stop baiting me into doing something stupid, okay?
I'm just trying to get
I
Owen
know
You
what
back
shoot
you
on
me, I
want.
ain't
duty.
getting back up,
You're
Owen. I'm
such a-
just
you're,
telling
you're,
you.
you're being so snaky right now,
I
Malton.
just want to
It's
see
pissing me
come
off.
my
back up.
brother back on duty.
You're really.
Despite
No, you-
all the shit he puts me through, he is a good
What
captain.
about the shit you put him through?
You've been putting me through a lot of shit.
You put
Yeah,
him through a
well-
lot of shit, and you're doing it again right here.
Whatever shit Owen and I put each other through has nothing to do with his actual police work, which is top notch. Like, he's a captain for a reason. Like, he should really be out there. He
No, I'm
shouldn't
actually.
be fucking.
I'm only a captain in name.
Like,
I'm not doing this.
People
he
ask
shouldn't
me
be
all the
running a
time.
desk for 3 months to
not
ready.
doing
Come
this.
on, man.
doing this.
Just
You gotta do it.
overrule IA.
I can't even write a desk. I can't. That's on.
I'm
Disney.
IA. I'll overrule it.
You can't. He's the co-head of IA.
Who is?
How did he get it? How did he get
Silas is the
co-head?
co-lead.
I'll explain
Silas
it
is
in
the
a-
co-lead of IA
No,
since
listen.
when?
Just said he's
Listen,
Okay, so
listen,
pause,
listen,
pause,
technically-
pause.
No, no.
How did they give co-lead and co-lead to the two most incapable motherfuckers.
No, they didn't.
What else
Listen,
is in it? What are you gonna do? Give it to Gable? I mean, come on, man.
no, listen. Here, I'm unpausing this. So here's how
the
it
fuck?
works from an SOP standpoint. The head of IA left, Richard Dark, right? I talked to Richard about this. He said he did not name a successor on the way out, and the Senate never appointed anyone. So technically, IA has no leader, which means everyone at the base IA rank is the co-lead of IA, because there's no one
I
above
see.
you other than the
Oh.
Senate.
Yeah, so you guys can't
even-
overrule each other now.
Yeah,
So-
Yeah, I
you
can.
can't So
Oh.
so technically, Carlos, congratulations. You haven't known this, but for the past couple months or whatever, you have been one of the co-leads of IA.
Yeah.
You could only be overruled by the Senate.
So let me get this
Oh
straight.
hell yeah!
IA
You
is
could
basically
3 month
useless.
suspension, Malton. Right now, you won't. Pussy.
You'd have to have
Yeah,
a reason.
no balls.
Yeah, for the laughing thing at the
Yeah,
morgue.
no
Get
balls.
it too. If it,
I've already been
listen, and
punished
Malton
for
will take
that.
it too, out of solidarity with his brother.
Oh, he got given 5 strike points.
I've already been punished for that, so I don't know. I'd have
Well,
to
you know,
clarify.
I got 200. I got how many strike points did you get? I
I-
got 2,600, 2,700.
I would take the suspension until I clarified with the powers that be if double jeopardy applies to IA or not. I will say that.
Double Jeopardy's case law.
What?
It's not like
Owen,
employment law.
why? Why did you
Look,
get these strike
am I
points?
suspended for 3 months too?
No,
Carlos? Come
hell
on,
no.
Bass needs
I think
me,
you should do
okay.
it in solidarity. It's what
It's not
Malton
solidarity
wants, to be
because I'm
solidarity
not
with
trying to
his
fuck
brother.
anybody.
Are you going to suspend yourself
I
for
think
3
I heard
months too?
different. I
Why
think
are you
Hell
trying
no,
to fuck
I'm not gonna
anybody.
suspend myself for
Cross,
3
come on.
months.
I heard different about Cross. I think he's trying to been fucking.
Yeah. Yeah.
Regardless,
kind of
though,
unreal.
I do think what happened to you, a 3 month suspension, is pretty
far, man.
disgusting
I think
for
Silence
what
went
it
too far.
is.
I
yeah,
heard that you
agree.
issued
I
them
took it 'cause
yourself.
It's the right thing to do. I'm the bigger person. I'm not here to complain about it. I was just fantasizing about the day I get to come back to work, which
I'm
is in
telling you,
January.
Silas
But I
has
wasn't
gone
trying
mad
to,
with
you know,
power. He's
I'm
gone
not gonna
mad.
step on anybody's
understand.
toes. You
He's
know?
gone mad.
I'm taking my suspension like a man. You know what? I don't want to complain to nobody.
You gave
I'll see
yourself
you
the
guys in
strike
January.
points.
January
No.
17th.
Silas gave him the
For
strike.
what it's
When
worth,
Silas has gone
Owen,
mad with power.
despite everything,
Look
you're
at
a
what he's
real
doing to
solid
Owen.
police officer, and I do hope to see you
man.
back sooner rather than
Cap,
later.
I can't
I
lose
really
you for
tried.
3 months.
I'll
Cap,
see you in January. you
Cap
know?
I can't lose you for 3 months.
Hey man, I don't make the rules. I just follow them. You know.
What
Look
the
at what
fuck?
Silas has done to him. Look at
It's like he's in bars right now. Look at this.
Yeah,
What if everybody
I'm
that
not allowed
walked
to
into
come
that
in.
morgue got suspended for 3 months?
What if we did what?
What if every single person that walked into that morgue and that posse got suspended for 3 months? All of
Well,
us.
Hang on,
I
give me
mean-
1 second.
Us four and Big T.
Can we do that in like 10 days? Modern Warfare 2 releases. I'll probably be gone for 3 months anyway. I'm down.
Man,
Wait,
I
I'll just
just
looks
I
like a
just think I'm the
sergeant
bigger
position
person
just opened
sometimes,
up.
You know? I'm just a bigger person, you know. I just accept this stuff because it's the right thing to do.
Is that a new
And,
tattoo, Owen, or
I'm
have
just
you
a-
always had that?
It's just the right thing to where
Is that wanted above
I've
your
had
eye?
that for about 2 months, maybe 3.
Okay.
It's kind of like you know what a vision board is. It's like you gotta want it. You gotta like materialize it in your minds. I want to be wanted, so that's why I got a tattoo of it.
You think?
I want you.
I'm hoping Fingal Dan comes back to me. Fuck you, weirdo.
Not
want
like
to,
that. Like I want you to be on duty.
the-
Well,
Oh,
you
and
know,
I
mark
guess
the
you're-
calendar. January 17th.
I
buddy,
don't
I'm
want to
coming
wait
back.
January
Big.
17th. That's a long
Big time.
time.
Hang on.
January
Owen,
17th.
you're
Mark
you're
it
the
on your
one
calendar.
who's been wrong the most here. I gotta
Oh,
get
is
your
that-
blessing
is
before.
that on a
would you
Woo Yeah
be
Wednesday?
okay if I tried to get people to tweet out like hashtag I stand with Owen?
I don't want this to seem like
Yeah,
I got
damn
a
straight I
problem
would be
with the
okay with that.
suspension. I'm not okay with that. No.
You're not okay. If
I-
you're not
I don't
okay
think-
with it, I won't push
I
it.
have always been I've always tried to uphold the chain of commands. I think if this is what the chain of command wants and Toretti backs him, like he did when he walked
I
away,
tried
then
to
that's
get
what
him
they
to make
get.
a stance, but
That's not even. But that's not the chain. IA's not technically chain of
Well,
command.
Toretti's backing him. That's definitely the chain of command.
I don't
can't
think
try to-
Toretti would ever
think
back
trying to-
you getting suspended for 3 months.
Where is he right now?
He didn't overturn it.
Yeah, he didn't overturn it.
He
Malton
did.
asked
He
him.
said you're not
I asked
suspended. He
I
did
asked
say.
multiple times.
He
No,
said it.
Malton asked him, but then he said, "Oh, guess I'll talk to Silas about it." So
He literally said it.
He backtracked once.
backtracked, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I think I realized. I think Silas literally showed up for like 2 to 3 hours, didn't say a word in the interrogation room. So I
well,
think
did he mention
got
that he
him back.
suspended me for 3 months, or?
No, not at all. It's just the first time I've heard it. So yeah.
You know, I'm not trying to go around anybody. You know, I think if that's what he wants as the head of IA, then that's what I
Don't worry,
get. You know,
I'll pull rank on him with my senior sergeant rank.
You
maybe I
can't
can
pull
get a job at
IA ranks
Ironhog or
out of
I
him.
could I could do senior IA though. I was like a couple days before him, I think.
I could probably work at the parking lot as a PD parking, I guess, for a little bit.
You're gonna be
Or
PD
dispatch-
tow.
Maybe a
I could do
dispatcher.
PD tow, yeah.
Oh,
Or a
you could be a
dispatching job.
dispatcher.
They're civilian hires
I
by
can't, because
definition.
technically I have to be on duty for that.
What about getting what about moonlighting
Oh,
at the
that's
prison?
Croc.
At the prison,
Yeah, that's a
I
separate.
could do the prison. I could work at DOC.
Yeah, you
Probably.
can
I don't know if they
do-
want someone for like a seasonal hire.
You should like
You don't
reenact
think
the
they
Stanford
need, like,
prison
seasonal hires, like
experiment and
retail
just
does?
beat their heads
Maybe.
in.
Like,
Yeah.
for
That's what I'm saying, you-
Christmas.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it's Christmas. A lot of people are like stealing like.
I would have
stuff
thought a lot
for-
of people are staying out of prison for Christmas, not going to jail.
No. Like they're stealing stuff for their kids, or they're dressing up as Santa and like
Yeah,
robbing
that's sad.
casinos. You know, so maybe
That's sad
like
as
prison-
hell. These people are stealing and going to prison for their kids.
Yeah, listen, half these homeless
Oh,
fucks,
no, no,
they
it-
get
it-
sent in around these times to avoid the
I
winter.
guarantee you, someone's gonna try
Yeah.
reindeer games over at the casino. Okay, so maybe the prison needs more people.
Yeah,
to be
you know
staffed
what,
there.
Owen? We really need you in the prison to help beat up these poor, unfortunate people that can't afford Christmas
Yeah, bro.
presents for their kids.
Beat their
Can I
heads
get a
in.
ride down there to apply?
Yeah, we
I
could give
don't
you.
know.
Listen,
We could give
the
you a
only
ride.
car I
You got
own
an
is-
interceptor.
Yeah,
right
We're
here.
not.
You
I'm
you
not.
just gotta
We're not
reenact the
taking
Stanford
Owen to the
prison
goddamn
experiment.
prison. He's not
Yes, we
doing
are.
anything. He's getting
You come around.
unsuspended
We're giving him
tomorrow.
a job.
Oh, come, hey, you guys want to hop
Listen,
in?
we're
It's a
gonna give-
four-seater. We could give
Oh
you a
yes,
ride.
we
I'll
can
be sure.
definitely.
I'll
Oh
work
yeah. Oh,
God.
Yeah, let's go. Come on, we'll give you a ride.
God
Best
fucking.
driver in the SRU.
Yeah, let's
Mom.
go, man.
It's a red engine with no gas. It's gonna run out of gas.
No, it's not. Prison's like right there.
Mom, we need
Yeah,
to
he's
get
got a point.
gas. We actually need to, because if this goes out,
Nah,
there's
we
no way to
don't
get
need
it.
get
You
gas.
don't think I could make? You think I could make it to prison, Owen?
Oh, for sure.
Make it to prison before what?
Run out
Before I
of
run out of
gas. We have no
gas.
fucking
you
gas.
can make it.
Oh yeah, you got plenty of time.
Yeah.
Not when he crashes into everything.
Yeah, I didn't consider
He
that.
doesn't. He's the best
Well,
driver in the SRU. He's
Lost
not
a
gonna
lot of
crash
faith
out.
all of a sudden.
Okay, do you want me to get gas?
Should someone tell Toretti where I've gone so he's not worried?
Well, we
I,
haven't.
never mind, he doesn't care
we'll
about
let
me.
him know.
He
We'll let
went
him
8
know.
hours without
Job
messaging
yet.
me. He
Hang
doesn't give a
on,
shit.
Hang on.
Nah, it's okay. He said he would talk to me about this 8 hours ago. I don't think he gives a shit.
PD to DOC. PD to DOC.
I don't want like special treatment, you know, from DOC.
Nah,
either.
I don't know if there's any DOC around that, or they're all dead. I don't.
Well,
know the two.
I don't want. I just want to be a regular CO. You know? I don't want to like
No,
have
well, yeah,
like
I
you know
was just gonna
nepotism or
see-
anything.
Yeah,
Maybe,
understandable.
Maybe it's like
Just a regular guy trying to do my job. I
Yeah,
think.
maybe
Yeah, I
they have
wouldn't-
open
Back-
interviews.
I'm
or
thinking
something.
when I come back in January, it's gonna be a humble guy. Maybe go back down to deputy and just mind my own business. I was
Okay.
getting too big for my own britches, maybe.
Oh my fuck. Oh my. Oh my.
Oh, it's okay. I can go
that
through
is
here.
fine.
All right.
Yep. Perfect.
I don't know if there's any DOC here though.
Oh,
Right
should
now.
I
They
be
are-
coming in with my gun? I have a
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you gotta
Oh,
keep yourself safe at all
Put it in the
times.
put it in the glove box for now.
my gun. Okay.
Yeah, I don't. Eric, you ever got that?
Uh-oh.
You know, I wouldn't want to get the Paris Hilton treatment either, so I think you're doing a pretty noble thing here. No nepotism.
I only got a
respect
karambit.
it.
Let's go see if there's any DOC.
I don't know if I
around.
should go in there as a civilian.
I don't want to
Should I
go
wait here
in
for you
there.
guys? I'll just wait
I'll
here.
bring my
I don't-
gun.
PD to DOC.
You gonna take your knife in there, Malton?
Yeah, it's a little safer. Like,
Okay.
there's
Bringing
a
my
DOC
flashlight.
around.
All right,
Good
let's
luck,
find some
Lance.
DOC.
I don't have my PD weapons on me right now.
All right. Good luck, Lance.
Here, we'll be right back. We're just
All
gonna see
right.
if there's any lifers here.
Yep, yep.
All right.
Are you gonna come with us, bro?
I don't know if I want to go
Hey,
in
you
there. I'm kind of
useless
scared.
Lifer.
Oh,
Your guys
come
are gonna
on.
die. You guys are gonna die.
We're not gonna.
Look at
die.
it. You hear him?
We got. Bring your gun then.
This is so stupid.
This is where
so
I saw
dumb.
Johnny Devine get beat to death by
This
the Baller
is so
gang
stupid. I
and
don't
the
want to do
Lagos.
this. This is so
Back when
Okay,
Devine-
dumb.
fine, then. No, you know what? Say.
Yeah,
you know what?
sit there.
I double dog dare you to come in here with us, Cross.
For what,
I
though?
wouldn't do it, Cross.
To get
When I
our
was-
asses kicked by lifers? To get our shit stolen?
All right, you know what? I
let's
triple
see.
dog dare you to come in here with us.
I got a panic button.
Cap.
Listen, Chris, I when I was FTOing Johnny Devine back in the day when he was a young pup, I once saw him fall into prison off the catwalk. I didn't push him, and he was beaten severely by the Baller Gang and the Vagos, who were currently at war, but sitting at park benches across from each other. They viciously tore him apart limb from limb.
You really gonna back down from a triple dog dare there, Cross?
I just think this is fucking stupid.
All right, well, is the co-lead of IA gonna tell us we can't do it?
No.
Okay, all right. Well, that's you made your decision, Cross. Just when
I
we
mean,
walk
you're allowed to
back-
go in there. I mean, that's not against the. It's not against the rules here.
When we will come back with
I
lifers
already
and
yelled
possibly-
out.
Look, Cross, we care about getting Owen this job here.
But
Do
there's
you
no
not?
DOC. We already asked.
No, we just know they're not on radio. We could be heroes right now. There could be a hostage situation, and we don't
True,
even know
there
it.
could be 78. Imagine. They happen every 5 minutes down in this fucking
We're doing a
hellhole,
welfare
so-
check on the prison. There's no DOC.
Yeah.
It's for Cap, man.
Yeah, I already went out there and yelled, "Are there any incarcerated useless fucks here?" And
Yeah,
nobody
I
came,
heard
so
you, you
I,
fucking idiot. That's how you
Come
get
on.
yourself shanked.
Do you not want Cap to get this job?
I got a flash.
No, I don't want him to get the job. I want him to get unsuspended and come back to fucking regular work.
Well, yeah,
don't
but
worry
until-
about it.
Okay, here, if Silas knows that he has authority over Toretti, you really think he's gonna back down? You think he's gonna back down from a punishment that he has authority and final say over?
Yes.
Oh, Oh,
Now,
what do
listen,
you-
I'm about to start
Owen, what do
swinging
you
like
think
it's
on
Left 4
that
Dead.
one?
I just don't think I should think much
I
at
think
all.
getting
It's what got me
suspended
into
for
this.
2,700 strike points is a little bit, much.
I think thinking is what got me into this whole thing. I just need to calm down and
All
know
right,
my
well,
place.
we're just gonna do a quick welfare check for some guards, and we'll be right back then.
This
Okay.
is the dumbest shit we've ever done.
Nah, we're fine.
This
Hey,
is
what is
at-
this week, Cross? You're not going in with us, despite
you're
a
a
triple
pussy.
dog dare.
Yeah. Pussy.
Oh, he said it.
This guy's calling me a pusio.
You coming in?
This is fucking stupid.
Hey, there you go. All right, we'll be right back, Owen. We'll be
All it
right
took was
back.
calling him a pussy. Well, ain't that easy.
Dude, you got a gun. What are you worried about? You got a gun.
I
I got a
used-
helmet.
Any incarcerated fucks?
Shut the
Hello?
fuck up.
Yeah, maybe we shouldn't antagonize, but let's see. Let's see.
Yeah, it's not antagonizing when it's actually what they are. Come on now.
Oh, I don't. There's probably gonna be the DOC. There's probably gonna be no one here anyway. Well, we can check the main cell block.
I hope Bovice is gonna run out of his cell and rip your head off, Malton.
Well,
No,
that's
just-
why you have a gun.
Yeah, exactly. You can keep us covered while we beat the heads in. You know.
Exactly.
Yeah, we're gonna go in there like it's Shaun of the Dead. You know. We start swinging.
Mm-hmm.
Good movie, by the way. One of the best zombie movies I've ever seen.
All right, anyone in here? Oh, fuck! Now it's just these bozos over here. See, look, aren't you glad you came in? You lived
Not
a
really.
little.
Don't worry, we can have a little questioning here.
Let's get the fuck out of here, please.
Yeah, I don't think they've seen any DOC. And we'll have to try another day. PD to DOC.
He ignored me. I had to put him down. Came at me like a rabid dog.
You said he ignored you, and then you said he came at you like a rabid dog. Those are two very separate things.
I was just pretending to be Bloom.
Oh my god, I'm the one that's tasked with going through the entire interrogation, by the way.
You know, have fun. With
Good luck with that one. Yeah. Have fun transcripting every last word being said.
No, I don't have to do that. I just need to get timestamps of inconsistencies.
That's probably just as bad. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Oh, really? It was only like 2 hours. The whole beginning was just a massive inconsistency.
I don't think there's any DOC around, buddy. Sorry. You okay there, Owen?
Yeah, I was just asking Soretti if you'd be a reference if I was able to interview. Yeah.
Do you wanna see if any other place is hiring for now, or do you just want to try DOC another time?
I could just do PD tow for the foreseeable future.
Do you own a tow truck at all?
I think we have
Oh,
one.
hang on, let me
Free
grab my
provided.
guns real quick.
Get in the goddamn car, please, before this thing runs out of gas.
It's
Anyone-
provided. So
Calm down, just let
Anyone know if Jared Peak is around? We could see if he's willing to hire you for
I
PD
haven't seen
tow.
Jared Peak in
I'm already-
forever.
I'm a manager for PD tow.
Oh, you're already. Oh, okay, perfect.
Mullen, why aren't you driving? Why are you like the best driver in the SRU?
Oh, it's fine. Cross gets really defensive over this interceptor for some
Oh,
This thing's an
yeah,
S
I mean,
plus, by the way, and
that's
it's
kinda-
maxing out at
kinda-
like 90 miles an hour.
What call are we responding to? Are you in S plus?
Yeah, what's going
the
on?
gas station call.
Oh, is it
That's
getting
not-
robbed?
Am I like a ride along right now, or I think that might be like bending the rules?
Yeah, you're gonna need to put on a gray vest, Owen. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That's.
Am I even allowed to be ride along, or is that like subverting the punishment?
I would say you could.
You
know.
got the co-lead of IA driving. Why don't you ask him?
Co-lead of IA, could I be in the car with you? Will you drive, or
What the fuck does
is that
that change?
subverting Silas's punishment?
It's not like I could punish you.
No, you can't. It's saying, can he do ride-alongs?
Yeah, you're
or-
right. Hey, you can
Hey, would that
punish
be corrupt?
anything
Would
and
that be
everyone.
subverting my like punishment?
Yeah, he
or-
He doesn't want like a loophole. He's trying to follow
I'm
the.
trying to do my time like a good boy.
Yeah, he's trying to do his time, but just do it legally.
Like a good
I don't
boy.
give a
Just trying
shit.
To be an honorable member of our police structure.
I just don't want to be corrupt like these other sick fucks I see getting away with it, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Like, pretty much 90% of the police force. He doesn't want to be like
Did you
them.
hear what they? Oh, dude, did you hear? Could you believe that shit with Canoles?
What?
What,
Yeah,
that he was a
that's,
corrupt dumb fuck?
I noticed he's another PBSO
Cannoli?
sergeant. Do they have like an institutional problem?
You know,
What
now
did
that he
Cannoli
did,
do?
now that he did corruption, he
Oh, I
might
guess I
become a
shouldn't probably
lieutenant
know,
next
right?
week.
Crane. Who
Well,
cares?
yeah,
Probably,
I,
I'm
I
just
don't,
like
I really don't mean to
civilian.
pull that card on, but we
Yeah.
can't really leak it outside
I
the.
know.
Oh my
PD for
fucking
anything.
god!
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I'll stand over here while you guys talk about
But-
it. so.
but-
No, we are.
But
Nothing needs to
Owen,
be talked
chances
about.
are
Owen. You
next
can
week
come
he will
back.
be a lieutenant. So keep that in mind.
Oh, and we're not talking about. Come on.
Someone's shooting a shotgun outside the SDSO.
It's probably
Ah,
Walter.
Well, I don't. I only have a karambit. Let's go.
Ah, fuck.
Yeah, no, get him in the car. He's all right along. It's right. Wait, it's right down the street. I didn't hear a shotgun shot.
Owen, get in the
Sorry, I
car.
got in the way of your car there.
Get in.
Yeah.
Sorry, I got in the way of your car,
That
officer.
happens to the best of us.
He wants to try to get Trey to come talk to you again, Owen.
No one's shooting a shotgun.
Yeah,
no,
I don't
it's
know.
okay. I don't want to annoy him. I asked him at the effort reference thing, and he said, "Not funny, Owen." So, I don't think he wants to talk to me right now.
Okay.
He's
Cause
so
I gotta get
annoyed
this
that
thing fixed.
Let's go get it fixed then.
Should I get out of the way? I should probably get out then, so I don't
No,
get you in
it's-
trouble.
no.
Silas.
Well, look, if he's allowed to do a ride along, then he's fine.
Well, Cross never clarified. I don't want to.
I don't give a shit what you do.
Yeah, but is it allowed?
Yeah. I'm just
I don't know
asking,
if
like,
we've
what are
ever
the-
had that, whether or not that was
I'm
specified.
certain we've
It
had that.
seems like
Can
that's
you-
a no-go, but
Well,
your
what-
suspension
oh.
is kind of
Can you-
bullshit.
Sorry, I'll get out then. Sorry, boss.
No!
Why don't you just reach out to IA and clarify then? Why don't you
I
ask
am
them?
IA.
Well, like, see if it's other. Oh shit, he's gone. Oh no, there he is.
Should I just walk to meet
Get
you
in the
there, or-
car, Owen.
If I start walking now, I might be able to catch
Cap, get in the car.
up. I don't know who that is.
It's a lawful order.
Is that lawful? Oh shit.
It's a lawful order.
Can you
Don't
do-
make us put you under arrest.
Okay, I'm sorry.
It will have to
Get in
go
the
on to
car.
the docket.
Get
don't
in
wanna
the
do
car.
the
That's a
legal
lawful
suspended.
He's
order.
suspended. We don't have to go straight to the docket with him.
Yeah, but else we're gonna get into trouble, and we all know how that will happen then. Reddit threads.
This thing is so fucking slow. Malton, what did you do to my car?
I didn't do anything. It was parked in a no parking zone. I moved it over a space. There's also 4 of us in here.
Classic. Nobody is here.
There is.
No, I think they're.
Yo.
What up, playa?
How's it going?
Can you
No,
fit? Can you fix this bit up?
We're going good.
Which budget is it?
SRU.
Sweet.
Oh, the sheriff's calling. Yes,
Should I hide?
Toretti. I
Hide
don't think
Casey
you need to
Guns.
hide. We're at Harmony.
Which one is this?
I think it's 2.
Yeah. I'm gonna be honest, that car's fucked.
Oh yeah, I know. Malton drove it into a couple walls on purpose.
Alright, let me make sure I know which ones I'm getting, what extras I'm getting for everything. How many of you are there?
What do you mean?
Like, are there 4 of you guys in this car right now?
I mean, I'm literally parking it and putting it away, but
Yeah, no,
I
I'm
guess
just kidding you
technically.
guys. All right, I'll give you all that, and you guys can give out the pies how you
Oh,
see
appreciate
fit.
it. Thanks.
There's that wax for whenever you wanna put it on.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Stay up. And you always get your fucking repair kit no matter what, so.
Oh, the repair kits are nice.
Uh-huh. We go through so many of them now, too.
Oh my god. I mean, I
Everybody's
go
coming
through
in
so
for 'em.
fucking many, dude. I mean, it's just like, you know, some of these chases last 2 fucking hours. Like,
Mm-hmm. People are getting better and better at driving cars.
better and better at switching cars.
Oh, yeah, fair. Didn't think about that.
I think we had a chase today that was an hour and a half or something.
How many cars did they switch into? Like 5, 4?
3 cars and a jet ski.
Jet ski? What the fuck?
It was an S plus boost into like a Ford GT, into a jet ski, into a WRX. Got them all though. It
Gotcha.
was a good chase.
Did you have fun at least?
I did indeed.
All that adrenaline pumping.
ED to DOC. Oh yeah, I don't think they're.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, good brother.
How much is it?
Free?
He doesn't tell you how much he's charging the bill for to.
No, I don't ask.
Hmm.
I'm not like fucking Suarez. I get my car fixed once a day. Like if it's fucked up, whatever, I just put up with it. Unless
Yeah.
it's like undrivable, I won't get it fixed until I'm about to go off duty.
Okay.
Like some people will go after every chase and get it topped up. I go one fucking time. I'm not gonna sit at repair shops all fucking day.
Mm-hmm.
Also, here's some dessert, guys. You know, from the guys here.
I'm good for now.
It's probably for cops only, huh?
No, no, it's
Probably.
not.
Yeah, I don't want to steal from cops' food. You know?
Not. It's just a care package.
There's still a slice of pie left, Owen. I
Okay.
think
For me, just a lowly civilian.
Yeah.
if you're getting your car repaired, I think, yeah.
Okay. Well, it's not my car, so should I not be eating this?
No,
I'll
you could
put
eat
that
it.
down.
You could
It's
eat
not my
it.
car.
Owen. I hate
no.
this.
The co-head
hate
of IA
this.
is saying you could eat it, Owen.
Yeah, but that might be like an honesty trap, you know, like a
It's not.
like an honesty check.
Can you
know?
think IA can entrap people?
That's entrapment.
Yeah, absolutely, they can. It's not. IA is about employment, not about criminal law. You know,
That's
they can put a
true,
$20
yeah.
bill in the ground and see if you're honest or not.
You could eat it,
Yeah,
Owen. I
that's
want you to
psychology
eat it.
right there.
Yeah,
I'm
but that's
telling
like
you.
that's how they get you. That's how I
You
get
guys are all
you.
ready to go.
Owen, I
They
wouldn't
like-
lie.
Thank you.
They put a
Oh,
they put a
Mo.
$5 bill.
But
in
I'm
the
not
ground in the
Silas.
locker
I
room,
like you. I
and
wouldn't
you
fuck
pick
you
it up,
over.
You get fucking
Yeah,
suspended because you're stealing.
Let's get Owen back on duty.
Please don't fuck this car up. Please put it
Oh
away.
no, I'll
Please.
look. It'll be fine.
Headlights are gone.
What's gone?
The headlights and all the windows just popped.
That wasn't
don't
from
matter.
me. Oh shit, is this? But you said it was going 90 before? Let me
Well,
see.
no, it's good now. It's fixed.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying how much
Man, I'm
better
ordering
it
a
is.
shooting shotgun behind SD. Fuck.
Oh, don't worry, we'll solve that real quick.
Look, see how wicked that was? Holy shit, man!
Pretty impressive.
You thought I was gonna crash there, Cross.
I'm still proby. I'll get kicked.
You were never gonna get invited.
Holy shit! Look out! Look out to the left! Oh fuck!
Where?
That car was gonna hit us.
To the left?
I said you should turn to the left.
Oh, turn to the left. I thought you said look out to the left. Oh,
Yeah.
I don't-
Where is he spotting a motorcycle? Because I'm not seeing one.
I don't know, but let's talk to the
Motorcycle.
sheriff. Ready?
I just got shot at. I think it was Big Pussy. Big Pussy just shot at me. Hey, careful. I think Big Pussy's trying to kill us.
There's no fucking way that's Big Pussy with the
He
shotgun,
just
is it?
shot at he shot at me.
Okay, yeah, he's been
He
driving around
literally
in circles
blasted
shooting.
right at
you
me.
see the guy at the? He's been running around this place shooting. Yep.
Yeah, I just saw him going, I believe west.
Oh yeah, he sent it over the hotel.
He's been doing laps. Jesus Christ.
He
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
shot at me with a shotgun.
Okay, Owen's in the lobby. He can't come further.
Fuck this, I'm going inside.
Hello.
Hey, Chris, are you IA?
Yeah, I am.
You are?
Yeah.
I have a EMS PD, MRPD, that says that she has seen some stuff that she needs to just want to put on record that she's seen some stuff.
Oh God. Okay.
So are you busy right now?
Well, I was about to go off duty, but if I'll just take a report and look
Well,
into
it's
it
pretty
later.
quick, I think. She just saw some cops throwing some people off a bridge and killing them. So
What?
I'm just relaying what she said.
Okay. Could you grab her phone number and just send it to me? I'll give her a
Sure.
call.
All right, what's your number, ma'am? I'll just tell it to you right now.
Okay.
Her number is 628 515 9677.
628-515-9677.
Yep.
All
And her
righty.
name is Joanna Golden.
Joanna Golden. All right, gotcha.
All righty. See ya. Good luck.
Later,
it wasn't
later.
Me, by the way, just throwing it in. Just
Well, if
letting
it
you
was,
know.
you're fired.
Ah, gotta go.
Later. Dude, I can't catch a fucking break.
Hello.
Hi, this is Senior Deputy Cross with IA.
Awesome. I'm Joanna.
Okay, Joanna, do you
I
want to
just had
explain
a-
to me what happened?
Yeah, I just had a report I wanted to give you. I wrote it all up so I can just give you the note if you wanted.
Sure.
All right, I'm at MRPD now.
Okay. Just give me a moment. I gotta come down there. I'm at SDSO.
No problem.
Alrighty, I'll see you in a minute.
See you in a minute.
This is like
Bye.
nepotism, you know? Like, if I got suspended, then I'll just take it. That's it. You know? Hear a bike.
Fuck's sake.
I'm just gonna be a man about it. I'm not gonna sit here.
Police canine. Things you do for I do not want to look through all that interrogation and pull up inconsistencies. Hell no, I don't want to fucking do that. That's so much work out of character, which is the one thing I don't like to do, but I will, because this is a big deal. So I will. I mean, it shouldn't be that bad. It's going to be a pretty big section. Basically, it's just going to be the beginning. The latter 30 minutes really added nothing almost, but... I'm just going to get him admitting, the shit that, the text messages were to deter Sis, and then I got to bring it up. This is an inconsistency because... the time frame, etc. It does feel good working with Bundy on a case though, instead of the opposite way around.
DOC. Send it for DOC. Hey,
Hello.
Is it just you up there right now?
Sorry to take away from your time.
No, it's all good. Don't worry about it.
All right, there's the report. Basically, I got called to a.
Oh, I didn't get
something
anything.
That happened
Oh,
between
there it is. Sorry.
Peach and Suarez yesterday, and Peach pulled me aside and said that she was confused. She didn't know why they were at the pier, and she kind of implied that maybe Suarez had dumped her over. And I'm not certain what happened, but I just wanted to have it on the record in case anything else happens, so that it's like a pattern. Just to make sure.
Okay.
Because she seemed kind of distressed over it.
Alrighty. All right. Well, I'll read over this, and then, I'll do what I have to do. I'll talk to everybody. I appreciate you coming forward, though. So.
Yeah, no problem. I just
Alrighty.
figured, pattern of evidence if anything happens.
Oops, sorry. Yeah, no problem. I appreciate it. Thank you for coming forward, and I'll look into it. Thank you so much. Later. Hey, what's up?
Hey, there's a DOC sergeant available. Are you able to come pick us up and take us to the prison?
I just had to come to MRPD to take an IA complaint.
Okay, are you still taking that complaint?
No, I got it already. You need me to come pick you up?
Ooh, it's for an Owen too. Look, we got 3.
What happened? What is going on?
Well, there's a DOC sergeant available. See if he might be.
Are they not just fucking overturning the goddamn suspension?
No, well, we read the SOPs. As it turns out, you can't give that many strike points. All the SOPs say is if you get over 3 days, you can request a review board. So there's not enough IA members here to do a review board, so we're going with the backup plan for now.
What the fuck?
Look, do you want Owen? Do you want to help Owen get a job in the meantime? Look, he still got to
Sure,
eat food.
I'm on my way. I'm on my way.
I'm not fucking giving him all the food. Thank you. And also, the co-head of IA would be a pretty good reference.
True, it would be. Okay, fine. All right, I'll be there. I'm on the highway. I'm next to the prison. I'll be there in a minute.
All right.
All right, later. I fucking hate these guys so much. I hate all of these motherfuckers. Oh, shit. They're all such massive fucking griefers. Let us read the report. I'll just read it to you guys in a second. On October 16th, around 7:30 EST, she responded to a medical request at Chumash Pier with Peach and Suarez. I came to the scene and Peach was on the ground, wet. Suarez told me that she had tripped and fell over the edge of the pier, but Peach pulled me aside after I helped her and told me that she was very confused and wasn't sure why they were at Chumash Pier in the first place. She declined my suggestion of me telling Suarez she needed to go to the hospital so that she could get away from him, saying she needed to stay on duty. Suarez came over, cutting off the conversation. I ended up pulling away in my ambulance. Still, the whole situation had me concerned. So I pulled off to the other side of the road and kept an eye on the situation. Peach and Suarez continued talking for about 5 minutes, and during the situation, several wheelchair checks came over the radio for Peach, but nothing seemed to come of them besides her saying she was fine and with Suarez. In the end, Suarez got back in the car and immediately pulled over to where I was staying, questioning why I was there watching them and telling me I was stalking them. He then yelled at Peach to get out of the car and drove away. I again asked Peach if she needed help, and she declined, running after Suarez's car. Though nothing illegal happened, I wanted to get this statement on record in case anything further comes forward. I want to be clear that Peach did not ask me to do any of this. I am reporting this because of this behavior concerned me. So now I have to talk to Suarez about him pushing Peach into a fucking pier because...
This isn't... Is this Cross?
Why is he driving an LSPD?
Wait, yeah, what is
I don't know.
this?
I don't know what happened, but my car has an LSPD K9 livery on.
Oh, you're K9 now too. That's
Okay,
cool.
well, where's the Interceptor?
I put that shit away. I'm not taking that back out.
Okay, well,
Should we tell Freddy you transferred? Hold on.
I would never transfer in a million years.
Careful, don't go in there. Don't go in there past the lobby. Careful, careful.
I was
careful.
gonna knock.
Oh, you're gonna knock. Okay.
Is Toretti not coming with us?
No, he's not. He didn't want to
No,
with me.
he's not.
He yelled at me. Oh.
That's a medic. It's.
Wait, I'm a civilian, so I gotta say, nice now.
Yeah, you gotta go.
I have to go.
Yeah, like that.
Why?
Because they cum their pants every time they hear the sound.
All right,
They
come on,
cum their pants.
We don't know how long the sergeant's gonna be around.
They're not wearing
for,
underwear.
we
They
better
just come
hurry.
right in their pants.
Yeah.
Are you implying it goes straight through
DOC,
the
are you
underwear?
still there?
Or they're not wearing underwear?
Fuck. I don't know what they're doing.
I'm coming to the prison now with.
Well, you know they cum their
Owen.
pants, so how
he's
is it
just
getting
wanting
right to the
talk
pants?
you
It
about
was
something if you're
seeping through,
available.
I guess.
It's seeping through that quickly?
Well, you don't say someone shit their underwear. You say they shit their pants, even if they're wearing underwear.
I would definitely say they shit their underwear if they were wearing underwear.
I
The only
wouldn't.
reason I say I shit my pants is
Oh
because I
my
don't wear
fucking
underwear.
Sorry, lights were on.
Do you shit your pants, Owen?
Is this a formal IA interview? Do I have to answer truthfully?
He has not read you your Garrity warning.
But no, I haven't.
Is it against SOPs to shit your like? If I made an IA complaint that hey, this cop is shitting their pants, is that something that I would investigate?
Yes, I would investigate that. I wouldn't let nobody on duty if they're shitting their pants. They're not.
I mean, I feel like that's overreach by IA. That should be like a command thing. It's like a uniform and cleanliness. But I guess IA can do it. There's nothing that says IA can't deal with it. That's the way SOPs are written. So I guess you could technically do whatever you wanted. You could spend Malton right now for
3 months.
smelling like someone shit their pants next to him.
Uh-oh. This is close enough, I guess.
You walking from here?
I already shut it. I already locked.
Yeah.
Oh, there's the Sarge. He's behind us.
Oh shit. Owen, the Sarge is behind us.
Okay.
All right. Hello. Look, I don't want to make this a long and sordid story, and I don't quite know what the procedure here is, but the TLJ, calm down there. This is Owen Svensson. He's a captain of the SCSO, but he got suspended for 3 months.
Right.
And so we're seeing
Looking for like a second job while I'm suspended.
Yeah, we're seeing if he could like keep himself occupied during that time with maybe like some DOC work. Like is there any way that he's able to like moonlight as
like
a
seasonal hires or something?
Yeah, like seasonal corrections officer. For
I'll be back on January, like 17th.
Like I don't know if you guys are expecting like a Christmas rush or anything, holiday rush.
No, I don't think so. But I don't.
He was saying like people apparently get arrested a lot when they're trying to steal for their kids. Like they're trying to steal presents to make their kids happy. People just get thrown in jail just
Or
nonstop
robbing
during the
casinos
holidays.
dressed like Santa.
I feel fake. I can definitely send an email to
Okay,
Warden
yeah.
because it's gonna be end of the day up to him.
Is I actually don't know, but is it only the warden who handles hires, or does like the deputy warden and such like help with that too?
So they handle all the onboarding stuff.
Okay.
But we got a PNT certification, and they do all the interviews and all that.
This this bit is so fucking dumb.
Yeah, I mean, Owen, if this is something you want to do, I guess
It's
maybe you
already
could collect some
midnight, dude. I need to
information
go to
from him.
fucking sleep.
Yeah. What do you need
Yeah,
from
we
me?
can. Probably just phone number, ID, all that.
Okay, here's my ID, and then my phone number is 415-906-5057.
And then I don't know if this would come up in the interview or not. I'll just say it now just in case. But myself, Assistant Chief of Police Lance Moulton, we have co-lead of IA here, Chris
Right.
Cross. We're references for him for professional.
I'm not doing that shit today. I'll do that shit
But I did
tomorrow.
get suspended for 3 months for laughing
And
at
they're
a
also
dead
not
deputy.
here. They have to call it verified, but sheriffs Toretti and Pred also stated they would be references for him as well.
Okay, sounds good. And can you do that? Oh, you already. Okay, I got the phone number. So whenever it comes to doing like a PD temporary hire, I don't think there will be really a interview needed for it. But
Yeah.
I can obviously say that he had good references and all that.
Yeah, I don't know how you all want to handle it. Obviously, we're not trying to like shit in your playground or anything. It's just a very lengthy suspension, so we're trying to get them set up for success in case like it doesn't get overturned, right?
Right. Yeah, no, I feel you. I can just get this information real quick, and I will send an email out.
We appreciate that.
Yeah, no problem.
It's a 200-person EMS queue right now. Holy shit! I guess. Do you need to go anywhere after this, Owen?
Now I got nothing but time till January. I guess maybe I could if someone's at Iron Hog. I think they hire off-duty cops now, so I could ask them.
Oh, really? We can stop by, but I've never
Yeah,
seen
I didn't see
anyone
anyone
around
there,
now.
so.
Yeah. I don't even think you could get gas there anymore, sadly. There used to be a real simpleton that pumped my gas there.
Oh my
I'm sorry,
God!
sir. I don't know what I did.
I'm so sorry.
I'm
Oh
sorry. I don't know
my
what I
God!
Is that what happens in prison? Jesus.
No, that's my
Gotta
bad.
get used to it. That's how it works.
Get the fuck used to it. He's a sergeant of the DOC. You're in for this every day, Owen.
Maybe it's like a hazing
He's a
process,
captain. Look at his
Owen.
collar. He's a captain.
No. For us, the 2 bars is sergeant.
Okay.
No.
Oh, that
Usually
might
the
be an easy
hazing-
transition for you then, Owen. Just rip the patches off the uniform and you're good.
Yeah, that would make you corporal, I think.
You guys got You guys got captain in here too?
Currently, we don't have a captain at the moment. They demoted themselves. Don't ask me why, because I don't know.
Did they give themselves 2,700 strike points?
Probably. if
Oh,
I were to
okay.
guess.
Oh, sounds like a
To be
captain
fair,
I knew.
I didn't give myself any strike points.
Yeah, as the co-head of IA.
Oh, Silas.
Silas, yeah.
Sergeant Silas Rumor. Co-head of IA. He's the co-head with this guy, crisscross here.
Yeah, we have what's his name? Matthews. He's IA for DOC. So this might be right up his
So
alley.
could you give him a call, because I wanna make a complaint about a sergeant that just assaulted a captain of the SDSL.
No, don't do that.
No,
Don't do
I'm
that.
not on
He's
duty.
He's trying to get our
I'm
friend,
suspended.
my brother, and your
Suspended.
friend here a job. Okay, come on, man.
I punched a jobless man.
Yep.
Okay, Owen, if this doesn't work out, maybe we could get you a job at like Maldini's or something, or
Yeah, you
Iron
think?
Hog. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe Maldini's. I hear they're pretty busy. All right, well,
You
should-
could
should
put
we
your
get out of
hands
here,
down,
or-
Owen.
Well, I don't want to get punched again. I just.
He's not gonna do
you
it
should
again.
I'm not gonna punch you again. I promise.
Ooh is hiring cafe assistant. Oh no, that's just their title. Sorry.
You think you have a lot of enemies, Svensson?
Oh, hold on. Dante
Oh,
Thomas
for
is
sure.
hiring for the Liquid Library. Although I don't know if you
I
want to
think
get a
that's
job
the last
there.
place. They just
Yeah, I
killed
don't
Ezra
think you
there.
want to get a job there right now.
Yeah, they just murdered Ezra there.
Yeah, if you got a job there, Silas might give you another 2,700 strike points.
Yeah, that'd probably be March or something.
Well, I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, man.
I'm sorry for getting in the way of your fist.
Yeah, I'll give you a call if I hear back anytime soon.
Okay. Sorry for getting in the way of that fist.
That's my bad for throwing it. I'll get the gates for you.
Appreciate it, man.
I think that's the first 3-point turn I've seen in airlock.
I just like driving forward.
Hopefully the last one.
All right, where do you want to go now, Owen? Anywhere?
Or we can just swing by Iron Hog. I don't want to take up too much of your
Oh,
valuable
right,
time
yeah,
on
the
duty
Iron Hog.
because you guys are still officers. But I think I just walk back to the apartments.
You're gonna walk back to the apartments.
Well, all my cars are cop cars. I can't drive them.
We could. You want?
I have an
us,
unmarked car, but I'm pretty sure I shouldn't be driving that.
You want
It's
us
got
to
lights on it.
decommission one of them temporarily? We could like.
Yeah,
circle
I
it,
could
right?
decommission my Explorer or Crown Vic or something.
Is that me? Am I Despacito?
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
Crane called me Despacito before. He said Despacito, call me. Is that me?
Oh, you could try.
Why would he call you that?
Oh,
I don't know.
Wait a second. Oh wait.
Hey.
Hello. This isn't a stop or anything. You're not being detained. There we go.
Yeah, you just. So I got suspended for 3 months as a cop, and I'm looking to like
Three?
work off duty. So 3 months, yeah. They take that stuff
Are
pretty
you friends
seriously.
Friends with Casanova?
I wouldn't say we're friends, but I know him.
He works here. I don't
Why
think.
did he send me this shit? I can't get over this.
I'm not a big fan of his, but yeah.
Oh. Maybe.
Of all the people to send this to, he sent it to me.
I am not a manager though. Lucy kind of does all the hiring.
Are we able to
Okay,
just,
so
like,
she'll
show
let
off
you
this
come back later
information,
then?
Or, yeah, back.
Yeah, I can definitely enter in. some stuff. Can you tell me your name and number?
Yeah, Owen Svensson. You want my phone number or my
Yeah,
driver's
phone
license? Okay. Phone number is 415-906-5057.
This bit is so fucked, man.
I can get that all entered in. You would when you think you'd be working? Like this storm, next storm?
I don't know if he's talking to me though.
Okay, sounds good. We're definitely short around these times. Do you have any mechanic experience?
Not really, no.
That's fine. It's not too hard. So after the 3 months, that's a good question. After 3 months, you think?
Well, hopefully, if I don't get
work off
suspended
duty?
again, yeah. When Silas shows mercy on me and stops suspending me for so long.
Oh, is there a possibility the 3 months is shorter?
Doesn't seem like it, honestly. No.
He's the co-lead of IA, so it'd be very hard to get overturned. I mean,
It seems pretty wishy-washy in the whole thing.
Oh, well, I can definitely get all this pushed through. I don't imagine any problems. The hardest part will be the catching up with Lucy, but I think with some, notice ahead of time, we can get that sorted, and she can walk you through everything.
Okay.
All right. I guess you want to see, Owen, if we could get the sheriff's permission for you to go in the lot. To do
I was just gonna
commission
call. It
your
is
score or
me.
something.
Yeah, can you? That'd be good.
Yeah, we could.
I got
Hey.
the cars, right?
Yeah.
Hey,
Thank you for your help, by the way, sir.
Okay, I assumed you were talking to me. I was just about to call you, but I wasn't
hey,
sure.
You got the Latin flavor, Mr. Crimson outfit motherfucker.
Yeah, I look sexy.
Yeah, okay. So hey,
Your
I know
shoes
what the
don't
fuck's
match the
happening
same
with
color as your
PD,
shirt,
but
Cross.
I got a fucking tip off from Fulker.
All right, Cross, make sure
that
Big Pussy
there's
doesn't
like
get him now.
6
I'll be right back.
fucking corrupt PBSO deputy. So I already told Fulker because of what I heard in fucking Cannoli's trunk that if him or any of these people in the HOA, the Livermore Park, have a fucking warrant, they should only turn themselves into like people they actually trust. I gave him some names of some seniors like fucking Wrangler and Croc and Carter because they're all assholes and like I think they're all pieces of shit, but like they don't actually kill people. They're not actually corrupt.
Okay, yeah, sure, that's true.
Like they're pieces of shit. Like Croc will fucking box your car in when you're still lockpicking it for a boost, but like he's not gonna murder you. I guess is the way I look at it.
He will beat you.
Yeah, probably, but he's gonna like bend shit. He's not gonna break it. So I told him, look, like, just
Oh my god, what the fuck was that?
just be very careful because what I heard Cannoli saying, he was talking about fucking waterboarding and ocean dumping and shit.
Yeah, that one's
and
a
in
bit
the same
wild.
breath, he was talking about looking for Andy Jones. So I'm a bit concerned there. Because even if the HOA are fucking criminal goons who do dumb shit, they still shouldn't be waterboarding and ocean dumping. So
Agreed, 100%.
I told him that like if he's gonna talk to any cops, it shouldn't be any people he doesn't trust. And I just wanted to give you a heads up that during that conversation, he told me there's like fucking 6 fucking people that he thinks that he has like wrapped around his finger in the PBSO.
Alrighty, well, we'll see if he'll come out with
I don't know
anything.
how
We'll see,
far the
though.
fucking rabbit hole goes, but I told him to talk to Wrangler or Carter or Croc or somebody like that. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck's going on, to be honest with you. Like, I knew people did some dumb shit. Like, remember I had some officers lie to me in like a court case before. Fucking Kaminsky lied to me before. Like, people done some dumb shit, but I didn't know it was this bad. I mean, Pred, yeah, but that's fucking Pred,
There's a lot of dumb shit that goes pretty unanswered, man, even through IA, especially with like a lot of I don't know.
Yeah,
There's just
I'm
and
fucking
everybody's
pissed
just too
off. I
scared
don't
to
know,
lose their buddies. They don't want to fire their friends.
I'm fucking angry too because I feel like I could have fucking stopped the shit with Ezra, because it's like, if Ezra had not responded to me the Verizon shit, like we could have done HOA court. It could have been like, you know, he might got thrown off the dam or something. But God, I can't believe that
He's
fucking
trying to bait me.
he
He's
just
trying to bait
fucking
me. He's trying to
ghosted me.
bait me. He's
I
trying to
don't know,
bait
man.
me. I don't
The
even know
whole
what you're
thing was
talking
fucking
about.
strange. Oh, Ezra, fucking, I already told fucking Bundy this shit. Don't you guys talk to each other about nothing in PD?
Well, I know about Ezra, but I mean, I don't. What Verizon? I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about.
Oh, I already told Bundy. So I was ghost hunting with fucking Bloom and Brian Knight, the Highwayman. Do you know that at least?
Oh fuck. I know something about it.
The Highwayman, he's like the ethereal fucking ghost. He's
Is
like
that like an
serial killer, I
actual
guess.
thing?
Yes, like I got stabbed by him and the wound closed up on its own.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I was getting treated by the doctor and the wound closed up on its own. One of the bimbos actually saw me get stabbed. And then she tried to spam punch the ghost, which was pretty funny. She was like in a mini dress and she was like, "Oh fuck this ghost," and just started spam punching the air, literally, because you know it's a smoke monster.
Oh my fucking god!
Yeah, that was a sight to see. I tell you what. But yeah, we were out there ghost hunting. I got stabbed by a ghost. I got stabbed by the Highwayman. It was crazy.
Yeah, I'm starting to hear that.
Yeah, and I tried to call Sis to go ghost hunting, and he was like, "No, we're trying to fucking find Ezra Funkhauser," and I was like, "Oh, I can get a hold of him, do the whole HOA court thing or whatever," and I guess fucking I guess he when I texted,
You know,
Ezra,
I
he
actually
fucking,
believe Crane though.
you know, assholes will pretend to be like an automated spam bot.
Sure.
I texted this asshole. I said, "Where you at, Funky House?" And his response was, "Your Verizon minutes have elapsed. You need to pay $25 more or something." So I texted him back, "Fuck you."
Why the fuck would he do that?
I don't know. It's fucking stupid. But anyway, look, this whole fucking corruption thing, I don't know how deep the rabbit hole goes, but you gotta fucking get a lid on this shit. Like, this is actually crazy because, like, the thing that scares me the most is how the fuck are you gonna even deal with it? Because IA doesn't do shit. And the guy who's at the chain of the department that all the corruption is alleged against, is that a word? Alleged? Alleged. Yeah, there we go. Alleged against is a guy that I've sent to jail for corruption. So I don't know what the fuck.
Crane,
y'all
I will say
expect for the outcome.
this. I have done absolutely everything I can to thwart any bit of corruption I've ever seen. And I will continue to do so, as much as it seems seemingly impossible, because nothing I ever do actually comes from it, no matter how hard I work on it. I will continue to do so because I think corruption in the PD is very fucking dumb.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the whole thing is crazy to me because
there's a reason people won't come confess shit to us. It's because the
I got
cops do
Sis
shit worse.
being like, I got fucking, you know, fucking six deputies wrapped around my finger. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
I mean, I believe it
fucking
too.
joke.
Like, I actually believe it.
It's a fucking joke. I don't know. I just honestly, I think it's kind of the inmates running the asylum. Like, this might even turn into like a Senate thing with PBSO because
There is no cops.
I don't know how we can rely on fucking Pred to, you know, dole out punishments for corrupt cops when he's fucking complained about more than anyone for that shit. Like, it's
you
become
know,
a joke at this point.
Everybody says, like, you know, I mean, I say it at least, is that a leader shouldn't be corrupt like that. People learn by example.
But yeah, that's the problem. Is like, and then Cannoli's sitting there telling a cadet, like, you know, I'm the big dog on these streets. You got to do what you got to do. It's like,
well, me and Cannoli are good friends. That shit actually shocked me. But I mean, you want to hear something funny? Is recently he started hanging out with Pred all the time. So I don't know.
There it is.
Little funky timing. Doesn't look good.
Whole thing sucks. All right, I'm probably going to bed soon, but I just want to give you a heads up that you should probably look into that shit. And you know, if you hear fucking Cannoli or one of these other PBSO chuckle fucks talking about going out and looking for HOA members, you should probably keep an eye on what's happening.
Alrighty,
If they
we'll
end
do.
up in the fucking torture room in Grapeseed, like there's probably some shit going on.
Yep.
All right. See you later, buddy.
Alrighty. Good night, Crane. What are you doing?
We're
He's
decommissioning a
taking-
CVPI.
So I can drive my car around. Up
Oh,
there.
hell yeah.
Here, here we go. Okay, that
Hey,
gets rid of
there's-
the command.
They really need to unsuspend you, Owen.
Why?
There's like 6 cops on duty.
You think I'd be one of them if I wasn't suspended?
I wish.
Okay, so
I wish
do
you
want-
would be.
As far as
I
color,
drive around by myself
we could
until
get,
someone kills me.
we could get a special color for you on it if you want, or keep this. But these are just the presets that I'm
I think the
going through.
black and white looks good. It's just just
Is it?
decommission. Yeah.
Oh,
Just,
okay. Yeah, that's fine.
That looks too much like a cop car.
Well, that's okay. It doesn't have the livery on it, right? I'm not gonna get in trouble for that.
You gotta make it like silver or some shit. Make it not look
No.
like a cop car.
No, that's fine. It's just like a cop car that they stopped using. They took the livery off and they sold it at an auction.
Legally, I think it's
I mean,
fine if that's what he
if
wants.
you're telling me I have to change it, I don't want any more.
No,
strikes, so
I'm not
go
telling
ahead.
you. I'm just saying you
Swap
look
it
like a
over, Mal. This
cop is
guy-
all.
He said silver. I don't want to get in
All
trouble.
right, so you want it?
You're
to be
not in
silver?
trouble.
Whatever Cross says, I don't know.
Oh, whatever I say? Okay, like fucking puke green
I
then.
found it. There we go.
Puke green it is then.
You want puke green? Well, okay.
Just whatever Cross says. I don't want to get in no trouble.
I'll be honest. If you
Put
want
whatever
That
you
could be
want.
a-
I don't
That's
care.
like a lawful order. I don't want to.
I
Get
don't
can't-
care.
can't
I
be
don't
the
care.
one- I can't. I'm not gonna be able to find puke fucking green. Okay, so I need one
Hop
of you
in there
to
and
do
do it.
it.
I'll give you the money for it.
Why, man? This is so fucking stupid.
Well, I mean, look, talk to your co-lead, man.
I don't make the rules. I just follow them, Chris.
I don't need the money. It's fine. I have it.
No, it's okay. I think our public servants don't get paid enough.
You're one of them.
Not anymore.
Ooh, this looks kind of sick.
Okay.
You want puke? You want green
Whatever you
and
say,
black?
boss. Black and yellow, like that Wiz Khalifa song.
Ooh, good song. Is this yellow? This is yellow.
Kind of yellow, yeah.
Ooh, this looks. Wait, I got a better idea.
Please don't do a gang color. I don't want to die.
This is like the Joker mobile.
Okay, all right. If that's what you say, Chris.
It's pretty good.
That's what you say.
Alright, so-
Senior Deputy Cross. I don't want to get in any trouble.
Do us a favor if you've done that already. Oh, I guess I could do that. Hang on, I'm gonna turn on the lights real quick just to make sure we're not missing any.
There you go. There's a little tip for you.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah, as a public servant, you know.
So I don't think we could do anything about the sun. I don't think we could do anything about the taillights, Owen. So you gotta be careful.
Well, that's okay. Just as long as it's decommissioned, so I don't get in trouble.
Yeah, I'll check one more time for taillights, but I don't think there's anything about like rear light.
What about? I don't see no lights.
Oh, no, there.
Well, that's okay. It's just blinking. It's.
I guess it's like it could be like yeah.
I
Like
just won't hit the
turn signal.
blinking button. Yeah. Oh.
It still
Well, no,
says you're
I won't-
welcome for my service on the back.
Well, that's true. I'm still a servant.
Bad time for a raid,
You can't take that
VPAPs.
from me.
I'm literally
You
getting
can
off
suspend me,
right
you
now.
piece of shit, IA.
But thank you so much.
Op, but you can't
Yeah,
take
we,
my
we,
service.
What
from
are
me.
you talking
Can't
about?
do anything about the rest.
I didn't
I'm a
say-
veteran, damn it.
I didn't know that was a veteran thing. I didn't know.
NATO
Well,
veteran.
hey, at
No,
least
the
you have
other
two-
one. I didn't see the. I didn't see
That's
the
how
other
many
one.
babies and dogs I killed overseas.
Why?
How many
At least you
babies
got
and
two
dogs did
job
you kill?
prospects, Owen.
0.
Well,
anything
you're
else
welcome.
for me?
Jesus, dude.
You like the car though? Do you like the colors I picked?
No, I hate this, but if I just don't, I want to stay out of trouble. So. Can
Why
unlock
do
the
you
gate for
hate
me?
it? It's like
Yeah, well, we'll get to the gate for you, Owen.
That just looks like
the Joker
horseshit.
mobile.
Well, you know, Vale's gonna love this.
You don't think it looks good, Malton?
He's Vale isn't on duty, is she?
I doubt it.
Why? What is Vale
Oh.
gonna do to you?
No, nothing. But she.
He just wants to show her.
She's our sister. She's Malton and I's sister.
Is that true?
Yes.
Yep,
Oh.
she said it herself. And also, she lives up here in Harmony, so I have a place to stay, and she loves the Joker, baby.
Does she?
Yeah, I remember
Good
she used
paint
to
job,
always
then.
watch Joker things growing
She
up.
loves the Joker. All right, well, I gotta check. I want to say goodbye to Toretti. Is he too busy? You think? Did he hang out?
I could see, but he doesn't sound very happy right now.
Yeah, I don't want to get in his way.
I mean,
He doesn't like me.
He's calmed down a bit.
Hey, assholes, wait in line.
Is this a line?
This is
Yeah,
his
it's a
last.
line.
This is his last moment to talk to Owen tonight. Who's he on the phone with?
I think it's actually important.
Well, it's just like a goodbye. I think it's gonna send the wrong message if we go out there and tell Owen Toretti was on an important phone call. He didn't want to say goodbye. We can't say that to him.
Where's he going?
Home. Like he. Like we got him.
Ukraine is that I'm
See,
well
important.
aware.
Okay. Hang on.
Getting work done. Yep.
Do you see his car? Look at the color of his car.
Bye.
Okay. Owen wants you to come say goodbye to him if you want to.
Also, Sheriff.
Goodbye? What does that mean? Goodbye.
Or good night then. Fine.
Good night. He
Goodbye,
said
good
it's the
night.
last time he'll see you tonight. That is what he said.
Okay.
He didn't say
Okay.
forever.
Yeah. He also wants you to see his cool car, but you could see it from here.
Yeah, I painted it for him.
What the fuck is he doing?
Joker
What is this?
mobile.
What are you guys doing? What is this shit?
I'm not
He
involved
said
with
I'm
this.
in the
he
middle of
wanted to
this.
drive around, but he didn't want it to be a cop car.
You motherfuckers know I'm in the middle of this big fucking
not
investigation. We have
involved
a
in
dead fucking. Shut up, Cooper. You know I got this goddamn investigation with Bloom, and I have Pond Lion, and we got a fucking Chief Justice possibly involved, and I'm dealing with a clown car and Owen gaslighting me into 3 months suspension because my only captain is doing this.
Look, I'll be there to help
What
out.
the fuck is wrong with
What?
you guys?
Do you know what I got tasked with? I got fucking tasked with going through that whole goddamn interrogation and fucking getting the timestamps.
Trey,
So I'm doing a lot of work too now. I don't want to fucking do that, but I'm gonna. I don't wanna. Also, I did need to talk to you because Crane did call me as well.
Okay, well,
I heard about the cannoli stuff a little bit.
Let's get the easy issue out of the way right first, then. Okay.
Everyone cutting in line. I'm about to knock all two of you the fuck out.
You can knock shit out. I'd
take
fuck
a
you up.
second, man. You don't want Owen waiting out here all night.
I wasn't sure you'd come.
That's what she said.
That sounds kind of like predatory. She didn't think you were gonna come.
How is that predatory at all?
If she didn't think you were gonna come, that sounds a little predatory. What kind of situation would you be in
like
where
a
someone
surprise,
said
like it was too early? You know, if they're like,
that
you
sounds
know,
embarrassing?
Yeah.
Why would you admit to that?
A joke. I didn't admit to anything. It's a.
Is that what Shelby said?
Okay. I came out here to say goodnight to you, Owen.
Yeah.
Okay?
Well, I just want you to know. We talked to the sergeant down there at the OC, and he said maybe I could have a job. He has to talk to the warden to approve it, and maybe I could get a job at Iron Hog for the next 3 months, so 2 months and 29 days. So Crisscross said I had to paint my car this color so I wouldn't get in trouble legally because it's decommissioned.
What?
He picked this out.
I didn't say that.
I asked him what color would not get
Why
me
are
in
you
trouble, and he
guys-
said this one.
Owen,
He wanted to make
he
it
picked this
white
out by
and
hand.
black,
He was in
and
the
I
car.
said it looks a
can't
little
even sign
silly.
on
It looks
duty
like
to
a
pick out
cop
the color of my
car. I said it looks a little silly. It looks like a cop car if you're going for a decommissioned look. And
Just leave
then
it black and
I
white,
hopped
but he's-
in and I was like, I'll change it. And he was like, okay, you could do it. Well, he actually
I was like, I
forced
just
me
don't
to
want to
do
get in
it. Kinda.
trouble, Chris.
Yeah,
Whatever
that's what he
keeps me out
kept
of trouble
saying that.
legally.
And then so
And
he
he
gave me
changed it.
some money, so I turned it into Joker Mobile because the Joker's cool.
He did it. I can't even go on duty to change the color of my own car. This is just what it is.
Brody, it's okay. We got Cooper talking to Silas to get him to overturn it. See if he could convince him.
Yeah, well, we figured that you're too close to this as my best friend, and Malton's my brother.
We have
and,
full faith in Cooper
it
to
has
get
to be
Silas
Cooper, I
to
guess,
see
'cause he's
the
not-
error of his ways.
He's not like connected to me like that, you know.
Look, I know all you motherfuckers are not stupid, okay?
Why do you treat me like I am?
How can you say that? You just painted your car purple and green.
Did you
and
even listen to me,
Gaslit yourself
Freddie?
into suspension for 3 months,
I
and
just
you know
want
that
you-
can't happen.
I just
Freddie,
want
did
you to
you-
take a stance
did
against
you-
IA.
Freddie, did you listen to what I had just said?
Yeah.
I can't go on duty to paint the color of my own car. Chris Cross said he got in the driver's seat and he did it. All I said to him is, I just don't want to get in trouble for having it decommissioned. So he picked out the color by hand. I had
Cross-
nothing to do with the color of my car.
Cross, is that true? You painted this yourself?
Yeah,
you said
100%.
So you
They
did
won't
this.
let me.
No,
change my-
okay, so the whole story is we went back there. He was getting his car decommissioned. I was on the phone with Crane. I came back there. It was in the Bennies. It was white and black. I said, that just looks like a police car. If you're going for a decommission look, you should go for something a little different. And then he said, I don't want to get in trouble. And then he got out of the car and put his hands up, I think.
I
and then
wasn't
told
even in
me
the
to
car,
do
'cause
it.
Malton was doing it.
Oh, yeah, it was Malton doing it. But then he said, I don't want to get in trouble. You do it, and put his hands up. So I got in the car, and I changed the colors. But I thought, I don't know. I mean,
Listen, all I want to do is stay out of trouble, Sheriff. That's all.
I just,
Listen,
I
Owen.
genuinely assumed it was just like,
Okay.
he's going to use it off duty.
Okay, great. I'm glad you have your Joker car for the night. I'll see you tomorrow, okay? And we're gonna talk tomorrow about whatever the fuck happened, okay?
So it's upheld right now, just to be clear.
What are you doing? You're
I'm just trying to clarify,
You
'cause
want
Malton
me to go
said-
to war with the fucking IA? You want me to deal with that?
I don't want you to do anything, Sheriff. I just want a clarification.
I don't
Malton
know.
said that you overturned it, but you sounded unsure. And I just want to know if you're going over IA's head or
That's what you.
you got to
That's
talk to
what
them.
you want to hear, right? That's what you want to hear. Want to hear? I'm going over IA's head.
I just want to know what's going on. If I'm expected to be on duty or if I'm still suspended until July or January 17th, Sheriff. Listen, if you don't want me to ask about it anymore, I'll stay out of your way until the 17th of January.
I'll keep up to date for you, Owen.
Yeah, let me know if anything
Malton,
changes.
Are you
I'll-
kidding me?
I'll see you guys on the
hang on,
17th
but
after New Year's.
Before you go, man,
Yeah.
if they need to, you have my number. You could give to the DOC people for that reference. I
Okay.
hope it works out
Get
for
the
you.
fuck away from the car, Owen. Please
Is
be here
that an
tomorrow
order, Sheriff?
so I can talk to you.
Is that like as PD Toe? I'm hired as PD Toe. I can
Oh
do
my
that.
god.
He's still a PD tow manager.
Yeah.
I want you here as a captain tomorrow. As my captain.
I don't think you can do that if I'm suspended. That would be wage theft.
Yeah, that's where I come into it. I can't really support wage theft as the budget
Look
guy.
at him in this fucking car.
So
This
no
is all
tomorrow
you got.
or
Yeah, be here tomorrow, okay? Be here tomorrow.
as PD Toe?
Take this. I don't give a shit what you're here as.
Okay, I'm gonna go get a PD Toe uniform. You
All
wanna
right.
come?
Well, yeah. Anyway,
You're on the
yeah.
orange
Good
uniform.
luck with the DOC, Owen.
All right.
Be
Do you
in
know
touch,
which
I'm sure.
number the orange vest is?
That's a Willie question.
Love you,
No,
Owen.
I don't. But
Thanks for the card cross. I love it.
all right.
Go Joker.
You want me to give you a play-by-play on what happened all tonight, Cooper?
No,
That's
I
what you
just-
wanted to talk to me about?
No, I just.
So you had nothing to actually talk to me about. You just wanted me to tell you a TLDR about everything that just happened tonight.
No, I know most of what happened. I was
what do
there
you
for
want?
most of it. I just want to hear. Is there what's gonna happen with Bloom?
Bloom is going to stay on duty. We can keep an eye on him. We're going to need to try to subpoena Ant's phone records ASAP. Tomorrow, we're going to need to subpoena Bloom and Pond's phone records, probably. And we need to make sure that we keep an eye on Bloom and what he's doing. If we send him off duty and we suspend him, which they're kind of right about this, we have no way of tracking what he's doing or where he's going or who he's talking to or what he's up to.
For what it's worth, yeah, that all sounds a really good idea. I agree with all that.
So everybody who's involved in this, I think you need to keep an active eye if you're on duty and Bloom's on duty with where he is and what he's doing. And especially because of the people who's involved in this and may be hurt. Also, because we know Lizzie and Cy are hunting Pond and Bloom.
We could have.
And if we lose Bloom,
opinions in front of me. but
listen,
yeah.
if we lose Bloom, if he gets kidnapped and tortured and killed and
4
whatever the fuck
cops
they're
on
gonna
duty.
do, that's it.
What do you mean? That's it?
That's it. We have nothing. He's gone. He doesn't get to face the justice we want to give him. which is him going up in court and everybody seeing what he did.
If you're not wanting to give the answer now, Trey, I completely understand. But did they hint about his like when they're wanting to pull the trigger on his employment status, if any, like waiting for the trial or what?
They're not sure yet.
Okay.
They're gonna wait and see how much is going on. They're very unhappy with the thing about Pond.
Okay, so they're
very
gonna
focused on
sit on
Pond.
it for a little bit and reevaluate after the subpoenas.
On Pond?
Yes, because of the Cooper. I don't think. Look, we had a very long conversation with Lily regarding this. Their stories were rehearsed. They said the exact same thing. Bloom said the exact same word, almost word for word, what Lily said about no cops caring about other cops and nobody's looking for anything. It was almost the exact same thing.
So, pause. I've heard about 3 sergeants being corrupt in just one. Am I like the only sergeant left?
I don't know if the Sandy one's different, but that does kind of look like them.
I don't know if they have a uniform for the Sandy.
You're exaggerating a little bit because the only ones you're talking about
you
are
ask him?
2 of them.
Yeah, I'll ask. Toretti,
No, there's also-
is the Sandy PD tow uniform different than the MRPD one, or is this good?
Is this gonna be okay?
I don't give a fuck what you wear tomorrow, Owen. I just want you here tomorrow.
What time? Like,
I want you here at the meeting.
because technically, in like 30 minutes. In 30 minutes?
You know what I'm talking about.
Okay, so in 30 minutes?
No, tomorrow's meeting.
24 minutes. Sorry.
No, tomorrow's meeting that we always have here.
It's 12:36.
Where
so
Silas.
So like the 19th or the 18th?
The 2 p.m. EST meeting tomorrow.
The 19th or the 18th? Because it's past midnight.
The 18th.
So in 12 hours?
Yes.
12
Okay.
hours and
All right.
24 minutes.
Does he get a uniform for it though?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. See you then.
All right. Have a good night, Owen.
All right. Bye.
I mean, it's 2 so far, and then there's cannoli, which is apparently another whole can of fucking worms. I'm not concerned about that right now. And then there's like a million other fucking sergeants who are constantly buddy with criminals. Like,
I mean, that's just cops.
it is starting to seem that way already. It really is. I'm not trying to exaggerate, but it really is starting to seem like every single fucking sergeant as a member of command is either a completely deranged moron or is just friends with every single motherfucker out there that is committing crimes on the daily.
Well, Cooper, that might be true, but we got to focus on one thing at a time. What are we going to do? We can keep ranting and raving and complaining, but it
I'm not
doesn't.
complaining about it. I'm going after every last motherfucker's head. I don't give a fuck. Done with all of them. If I hear 3 sergeants being corrupt, I'm gonna go after them. Fuck all 3 of these dumb fucks. Fuck them.
What exactly did Cannoli do that's going on with this that Crane heard? Let's not forget how much Crane might be involved in this thing. So,
Well, yeah,
Fuck him
that's what I
too.
was going to talk to you about. Was Crane calling me?
he just called me.
Yeah, he called me
Sis
before
told
you. I
Crane that
guess.
he has 6 deputies wrapped around his finger.
Yeah, he
all
told me the
PDSO.
same thing.
Yeah.
And he told me to, look out for it. And then he also brought up the fact that he was talking to Ezra. And he brought up the text message, the Verizon text message to me. And I just
Right.
played it off like I didn't know what the fuck he was talking about.
Right.
And he was like, oh, well, I already told Bundy. I assumed he told you. I said, I don't know. I said, I really have no idea what you're talking about. And then he tried to explain it. I think he's just trying to throw me off. I actually, I
the
know that's
cannoli
what he's
thing?
going to do. So that's what that was. Cannoli thing was, apparently he climbed into Cannoli's trunk.
The TLDR is he pulled a Meowferian on Cannoli and heard some things about corruption.
Okay, but what corruption? Was Cannoli just bullshitting a bunch of shit, or is it
That's
like actual
what
deliberate?
remains to be seen. Is so Cannoli apparently said to his cadet, he mentioned waterboarding and leaving a handcuffed suspect on top of Chiliad for 2 hours.
And ocean dumping, and said
Oh,
like,
ocean, yeah.
and then he said he was in fucking control and shit like that, like power
And
tripping.
sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, or something to that effect. Yeah.
Yeah, because the cadet was questioning it. She was like, I don't know
Oh,
about all that, and he was like, he said, I'm the fucking boss or some shit like that. Which is just nonsense. Like, I don't get it. That is fucking. Cannoli never would have did that like 2 months ago. I don't know. He started hanging out with Fred. If this is what he's doing, like.
I don't know if he's posturing or if he's bragging. You know, we've had no like victim complaints that I'm aware of, at least, about any of this.
And I just took an IA complaint as well about someone else.
You want to know why that is, Mom? Because nobody gives a fuck. All these criminals, they don't give a fuck. We've seen it today in an interrogation. They want justice their own way. They don't give a fuck. They all want to do it themselves. me. I gotta do this. I gotta
Bro, everybody
do that.
being corrupt is
I'm
so
gonna do it
fucking
this
awful,
way.
dude. It's so bad.
It's gonna be the right way.
It's literally so bad.
They're all morons.
Yeah, I don't fucking know. I don't know. I have no idea. If I hear anything about it, I'll look into it, of course.
So obviously there's a little more. Pond brought up, I don't know how to deal with this. I really don't want to deal with this until after.
Fuck you, Shell, pussy.
Pond brought up
little pussy.
the Bundy, PJ Walker stuff. Which was a little difficult to deal
Fuck
with.
you, little
because
short-ass pussy
when she
fucking
did
gremlin
that,
boy.
It threw a
Fucking
wrench in
little Oompa
everything
Loompa.
because that, yet again, put a bullseye on Bass. But when that happens, now I got Pred and Wrangler seeing
What the
blood
fuck?
after Bass. Right?
I mean, look, Bass does do Bass things, but Bass told me, in private. I don't mind saying it now since it's been so long. He did say he denied it, and that was like to me.
He told me the same thing.
Yeah, I don't know if he did like a Bassism and thinks he denied it when he actually didn't, or if it's just a straight up lie. But yeah, Bass sounded pretty genuine when he said he denied it to me, at least. I don't think Bass. I would hope Bass at least wouldn't lie to me like that.
Because she brought that up about corruption and people doing shady shit, and she was upset. What they're doing is they know who's on the case. They know Bundy's on the case, right? And they know that Bundy has
but that doesn't take away from their criticism
and what Bundy did, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm gonna. One thing at a time. It's kind of the enemy of my enemy is my.
I think it's a double-edged sword, right? Like, obviously, it means Bundy has a good motivator, but he's also motivated against Bloom. That's another issue altogether.
And also, to be fair, he's playing this extremely by the book. He has done nothing but everything perfectly by the book. Same thing with Demi. They've been fantastic. So
I think
there's not much mudslinging they can do besides that one thing with PJ Walker all that time ago.
I think with this case, you all have a lot on your plate, and because at that point it becomes a we issue, Charity, but we should worry about tomorrow's problems tomorrow.
Also, please, if we're gonna have a long day tomorrow again, for the love of God, you guys as high command need to put out some 311s that people just need to stay away from a fucking police department. Like, I've had to send so many fucking clowns away. And every single time it's the same shit. They always try and come back. They always try and get in. They always try the same shit.
Tomorrow's not going to be a long day. Well, it will be because we're going to have to get the recordings and we're going to have to go through them all. But it's been a long day today, so we might have to...
That's me. I thought I was doing that.
Well, no, I mean, we're going to have to listen to it. We're all going to listen to them, right? I mean...
Well, Bundy told me to go through the recordings to get timestamps of inconsistencies and shit.
Well, that doesn't mean that we're all not going to try to help you, right? We can give we want to help you out. Gross, we're not going to put that all on your shoulders.
Many hands.
I don't know. He made it sound like I was doing this, and then him and Demi had something else to do.
They do have a bunch. They have a bunch of stuff, but I'm helping out. I'll be there. I want to listen to it. I want to listen to inconsistencies.
Thank you.
Try to figure out I want to listen to the Lizzie Burns stuff, especially.
Thank you so much.
I think one of the big ones I really want to listen to is I need to listen back to Lizzie Burns stuff and go through the timeline, because what she said was pretty disturbing. So
Yeah, I have to listen to the Lizzie thing just in general.
there's a lot of bullshit in there. I believe they fucked in the room twice. One time we
Ooh.
had to see a little bit of it. Cy and Lizzie.
Yeah. What?
It was disgusting. Yep, she was bent over. I don't want to talk about
Ew!
it.
Oh my
It was
god.
gross. Anyway, we have to go through a bunch of that stuff for the next day, and then I got to talk to Sis again sometime this week before I leave. So
then we got a
lot to do.
banquet, right?
We have a banquet. Look, the banquet's
Holy
Friday.
fuck.
I leave that night, and I won't be back until
You've been
after
busy,
Halloween.
huh?
I got a lot
Wait,
to
so
do.
you're leaving. You have your captain's suspended, and that's just gonna leave Colombo, man.
Why are I miss Colombo? I haven't seen him.
Owen is not going to be suspended after tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. If Cooper can brush up on his debate skills,
I'm done.
tonight.
You know what?
Don't worry. I'll
I've had-
handle Silas.
Okay. We've had enough tonight. I'm gonna go.
Wait,
try
the
not to
banquet's
jump
this
over-
Friday?
Yeah.
In a worst
What
case
the
scenario,
fuck? Okay.
I'll help out up here while you're gone. If it's
Yeah,
just
honestly, I
Colombo.
didn't even know it was this Friday.
Yeah, we were gonna try to. I'm gonna try to announce it tomorrow, but Owen's too busy being Owen. So. You know.
Well, he's not busy. He actually has no work on his plate.
He announced the banquet.
Yeah. He already did at this meeting. He already.
Oh,
announced
did he?
that there-
Okay, I
yeah,
wasn't
he did.
there.
Yeah, he- but I didn't even know about it. We didn't even bring that up.
All right. So let me,
Alrighty. Good night, guys.
let me just walk
Night,
away.
everybody.
Good night.
Good night. Oh,
Good night, Maltz.
Night.
he's definitely losing his mind.
I mean, he's been busy as fuck. I don't blame him.
I mean, a lot. Goodbye, Mom.
Oh, you fucking
Oh,
twat.
no, that was not a.
Almost. Oh. Fucking dumbass bitch. What the fuck is good? You can't
there's a
fuck with
door
the
in between
best. You can't fuck with the best, my brother.
Oh, you see that bloom is down. Ooh.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Bro, I'm beating your ass.
What? I fucking ducked on the.
I'm
roll
beating the
bro.
shit out of you. Oh. Oh.
Oh, how did you get that one? What the fuck?
All right, I'm fucking tired. I need to make dinner.
I'm going to fuck to bed.
Love you.
Peace.
See you tomorrow.
Love ya. See you tomorrow.
Well, there we go. Today was a good stream. It actually was. It was pretty fun. There's a lot going on. The chase was a lot of fun, and then we went into some other shit. It was good. But now I'm so high. Send you to Boba, because why not? If you haven't yet, make sure to follow the stream. Join my Discord, if I could spell, my Twitter, and my YouTube. I appreciate you all so much. I love you all. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. Thank God fucking Mantis is going to help me with that fucking recording shit, because I'm going to lose my mind. Love you guys. Hope you all have a good rest of your night, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Deuces.